got the witness of all. This is Matthew 24, verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, QADASH.
Just giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of the only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Give honor to our teachers, the elders, and the apostles, and the Keystone. We taught us the truth, and sincerity, peace, and salutation. To those who left scattered abroad, shalom to 144,000. All right, we're the prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. We come out to preach and prophesy the destruction of America that's coming, the impending doom that's coming to America, okay, and the salvation that's coming to the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, you see this article that just recently came out about Trump sending nuclear submarines over near Russia to entice them. We know that's just the rumors of war because the MOTV got to be established first before this war goes nuclear. But we're getting close to that time, man. All right, we're getting close to that time. We're going to keep hearing about it. And matter of fact, we were on the way here, and the brother was saying, what you were saying, brother? How they keep dangling in front of us?
Dangling a carrot for the rabbit, putting it right there in your face as a bait.
Yeah, and they do that to instill fear. You know, make people afraid, terrified, shaken up, on edge. You know, you ain't thinking straight. You know, your mind all over the place, thinking that you're going. You know, that's what they want. That's what at least what they want you in a constant state of fear, a constant state of pandemonium, a constant state of, you know, just being out of it, so you can't focus on YAHAWASHI. See, we know that the Lord is doing so. Our mind and our spirit is firm in the spirit of YAHAWASHI, man. Okay? Go ahead. Bring it back. This is Matthew 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So we're hearing about the wars, which is actual wars going on, but then you're hearing about rumors of wars because you got proxy wars, you got a bunch of war propaganda. And it's not really, you know, it's not really making it out to be, you know. But we understand that this time is coming where World War III is going to kick off and all hell is going to break loose. Okay, especially for America and Israel. All right? It says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, the end is not yet. So we're hearing these wars, these things that's happening. These different skirmishes between different nations. You know, these different missiles getting shot off and whatnot. All these things we're seeing all over the news and these social medias. These things gotta happen, but the end is not yet. Okay, this is just the warming up for the end. Okay, but we're definitely in the end time. All right, and this thing will speed up very soon. Now, I did a video, I haven't got a chance to post it yet, but I did a video yesterday about this guy Trump saying how the whole healthcare system is going digital. He said they're going to kill the clipboards. You know, you go to the hospital, the doctor, they give you a clipboard, you got to fill out some information. They won't have all that information already in the database. So when you come in, it's just, you know, you already in the database. All right, which is going to lead to the MOTV. Okay. I also did a video this week about how they're building a huge, massive AI infrastructure in Texas, $500 billion worth. Okay, it's going into this thing, man. And they said they're gonna be making these chips there. Okay, so we see what's going on. We see how this is all planned out, and we know what this means. All right, and it's our job to come out here and warn you if we see these things happening of the time that's coming according to the precept, according to the scriptures. All right, I got the NLT of that. Verse 6, it says, and you will hear of wars and threats of wars. Threats of wars, because right now it's just threats back and forth. Russia talking about sending subs. Russia talking, America talking about sending subs. They keep threatening each other back and forth. Remember that time when it was Kim Jong-un and Trump during his last presidency, they was talking about pressing a button. I'm gonna press the button. Oh, you press the button. I got a bigger button. I got a bigger button. I got a bigger button. You know? And really it's all theatrics, but we understand that nuclear war is going to happen. Okay? The Lord is going to come into the mind of these rulers and make World War III take place, man. All right? So, go ahead. It says, but don't panic. Yes, these things must take place. Yeah, don't panic. A lot of people are going to panic. People are going to lose their mind. They're going to bug out, you know.
people already, you know, like I said, with the fear, they got anxiety, you know. Yeah, when you're afraid or you have anxiety or you're, you know, all that shit does make you die faster, man. You know, this is when we put our faith and trust in YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI.
You said something, because in that channel grace, they really said, those who panic first, die first.
Right.
So we gonna have, to back the brother up, we gonna have the stability in that time to move accordingly.
It says, continuing.
Yeah, because it's going to be a blessing to have this truth, man. Somebody grab that precept. Then they shall know. Do a greater thing than the love than to have certain hell about
Continuing says, yes, these things must take place, but the end won't follow immediately.
Yeah, the end ain't going to follow immediately. You're going to hear these rumors of wars about nukes here, nukes there, nuclear submarines here and there, but the end is not going to follow. You're not going to see a nuke in the sky today. You're not going to see a nuke coming into America, nukes coming into America tomorrow. All right, prophecy still got to be fulfilled, but we just let you know that we come into that time. And the Lord is showing us what time it is, man. People don't realize that it's going to come a day where the skies don't turn white, okay? And the atmosphere is going to get very hot, all right? Hey, Russia said we got some shit to make the concrete melt, man.
So we're not bluffing.
And we ain't bluffing. They gonna literally make the concrete melt. All right, so when that day comes, you want to be right with YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, so that you can be saved and delivered from that destruction that's coming.
There's a spirit going into this, because me and the brothers, when we're here, we seen a Jake with a...
Hey, make sure you be watching the cameras, man.
We seen a Jake...
Everybody in the camera?
Yeah.
Look at here.
We seen a Jake with a shirt and it said, end days.
Straighten up.
So the Lord is speaking, letting us know that we're in the latter end of this place. Okay?
Yeah.
It says, no, a little bit more. Verse 7, nation will go to war against nation and kingdom against kingdom.
Right, you're seeing these nations start to rally up against war against each other, man. All right, so they have them military parades and whatnot. They're showing off their missiles and stuff. These nations are already, antagonizing each other. Nations are already going to war with each other, but it's going to increase.
Right,
okay. Yeah, it's going to increase. It's going to intensify. You know? It's going to reach a climax where it's going to get nuclear. All right?
And these countries got many other missiles as well, not just the nuclear missiles. They got hypersonic missiles, okay, submarine missiles, torpedoes, okay? And all these things are going to do what? Complement the nuclear missiles. They're going to add to the destruction, man. Multiply the destruction. All right, so these countries, they already geared up and ready for war, but the time is still not yet.
Yeah, man, you're going to be close to the time too, because you got Yellowstone acting up, different volcano eruptions and stuff. I just saw an article about an eruption a volcano eruption where the ash went 11 miles into the air. All right, you got something called the Ring of Fire. All right, which is around all these nations. So when something antagonize those natural forces, when the missiles start hitting it, and volcanoes gonna start erupting, it's gonna be hell out here, bro. You're gonna need a Lord to survive the time you're coming into, man. It's gonna be fire from above and fire from beneath. That's why they say it's gonna be hell. Okay? If you in that fire, your ass is dead. You through. But it's gonna be a hellish condition, because you ain't just gonna pass away immediately. The Lord gonna torment you in that fire, bro. The Lord gonna torment these Babylonians, these Americans in that fire. All right? You ain't just gonna get a quick death and just pass out of you. No, you might be in that motherfucker for 2-3 minutes, but it's gonna feel like 2-3 life years. Okay? You and that just burning. That's why when they showed you on Terminator with Sarah Connor, she was holding on the she was still, her tongue was still, she was feeling every bit of that fucking flame. She was feeling every bit of that fire, man. So that's what YAHAWASHI, he's gonna pour out the wrath of this indignation, man.
And the Lord releases that chain from the spirit to the flesh, man. So you can lead your spirit on your body until it's not for the framer left, man. You can be feeling everything.
Hey, that's a spirit, because I had a dream that was similar to that. To where
yeah, it's a lot real quick too, because beautiful point. It's the Lord that gotta call your spirit back. So if he don't call your spirit back, you just end up getting tortured. Like the guy that was in the test, the nigga was, whoa, help me! He burning us, he's saying help me. He literally already on fire. Help me! skin turn to like, it starts to melt.
Permanent damage.
Help me! And yo, I can't, bro. But the Lord kept his spirit inside his body while he was burning inside that Tesla, feeling that flame, man.
Every time you try to get close to help you, the call with a light out of you.
You'll see the flash brighter and brighter. Got to the point where you couldn't scream no more. All you could do was sit there and just burn.
Well, and that's the key.
Yeah. And then you think when your life touches before your eyes, all the wickedness you was doing. So those guys who had these sodomites, man. You know, they racing and shit. You know, they live their best like the sodomites living up here. Okay? The sodomites are flourishing in America. Okay? They get the best jobs, the best positions, they get all the money. You know, you go work at these jobs, the damn manager are sodomite. You know? So the Lord gonna have a special judgment for these people and they don't realize it. You know? Right. Doing that?
On that point I was making, to that dream I had a dream that was similar when it was a bomb that was dropped, and during that bomb there was people around. They had lit off sirens and people was running, and I remember I was in the house, and when that bomb had dropped, it was a covering over it, like a blue covering, and as I can hear the flames pretty much scorching through the sky, when they unraveled, all I heard was screams of people who was fleshly being burned, like they flesh being burned off, but they still was screaming like they were still in the flame. So hey, when bros bring that out, that brought that to mind, man. Which is gonna be terrifying, because when the Lord do that, man, it's gonna be a different type of hell, man. It's gonna be a different type of torment.
Serious, man. What's happening is your elect. You're gonna be beaten up into them ships, and you're gonna be hovering over America, literally watching people burn. You know, how they straight up like, that's how it's gonna look, but it's gonna be in America, on Earth. It ain't gonna be underground, it's gonna be on Earth in America, bro. People are here wailing and screaming and gnashing teeth, man. Yeah. Babies, women, children, grandmas, grandpas, I don't care. Okay?
It's verse 7. Nation will go to war against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world.
Right, you hear about all these earthquakes taking place, man, it's going to increase. That's why they showed you up in 2012. Yeah. They were showing you how all those natural disasters was happening, man. You know, earthquakes, the volcanoes, all that's, it's going to be a day of death and destruction, man. The whole earth is going to shake to and fro and whirl like a drummer, man. Okay? We're coming into that time. So it's our job to come out here and warn you before we get to that time of the time we're coming into. Right?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Hey, matter of fact, Shalaki. It says, but all this is only the first of the birth pains, with more to come.
Yeah, this is only the beginning of the birth pains, man. You know, there's more hell to come. Okay, the Lord got judgment set up for people that you can't even imagine. All right? He's going to unleash these spirits out here. You know? The Lord going to give it up the ghosts, man. Okay, so the time we're coming into is going to be a very dreadful and horrific time, but the elect shall be delivered out of it. You know? It's our job, though, and to do this work and hope that we can be saved. That's it. That's all we're concerned with is the salvation. To hell with everything else. To hell with a career. To hell with a job. To hell with a woman. To hell with their kid. To hell with any of this stuff, man. The most important thing right now is salvation. Okay? And if your mind is there, everything else is going to fall in place. Somebody grab that too. Seek ye the kingdom.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right,
right now.
bring Isaiah out. We're going to that article. You got a precept?
I had consumed that tongue ship.
Okay, hold on a minute. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. I'm looking at an NLT first. It says, in that day, he will be your sure foundation, providing a rich store of salvation.
Right, the Lord going to be our sure foundation, man. You know, the Lord is like a rock, you know, that we're going to be stable on. Having your HALAL is going to keep you stable in that day. You know, but if you don't have your HALAL, you're going to be all unstable. You're going to be all over the place. Freaking out, losing your mind. Okay, anxiety, all these, these emotions going to flood your mind at one time. That'll make a motherfucker have a heart attack. Okay, have a stroke or something. You're going to stroke out and still eat a meat. You know?
It says, providing a rich store of salvation, wisdom and knowledge. The fear of the Lord will be your treasure.
The fear of the Lord will be your treasure. So, hey, the fear of the Lord is our treasure. know, the most valuable thing we have is our trust and our fear and our love for YAHAWASHI. That's what's keeping us alive. Okay? We need to change the darkness. We in this hell, this captivity. The most precious thing we have right now is that we know YAHAWASHI and we fear and reverence him. Okay? That's all that matters right now, is what we do for YAHAWASHI. Because when all this becomes, you know, dust, all that's going to matter is what you did for YAHAWASHI. That's what's going to determine what happens to you when this day comes. All right?
It goes on to say in KJV, Isaiah 33 and verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Look what it says in Hosea 4 and 6. Our people have rejected knowledge. Okay? Which means what? This Bible, this big book that you don't reject it, man. Okay? So now what? Now the Lord is going to reject you. Okay? Now the Lord is going to reject you. We come into this time where a lot of our people are going to be rejected. Your family members, your friends, your cousins, a lot of people you know are going to die. Okay? That's none of your concern. You should be focused and more worried about you being saved. Alright? Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Okay?
It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
The fear of the Lord is the treasure unto us, man. Okay? You fear the Lord YAHAWASHI, you're going to conduct yourself in a certain manner. You're going to move in a certain spirit. You know? You're going to consider certain things that these people out here in America that don't fear the Lord are not going to consider. They're not going to conduct themselves in such a manner. They're not going to be in a certain spirit that we're in. Through the spirit of YAHAWASHI. Alright? The Lord's put us through a cleansing. You know, we're going through a cleansing process.
Shalom, YAHAWASHI.
You know? How's it?
I got that,
Does it still sound muffled?
This is
Say where it's coming from.
this is an article from ABC News. It says, Trump moves nuclear submarines in response to Russia's highly provocative statement. It says President Donald Trump said on Friday he's ordered 2 nuclear submarines to move to the appropriate regions in response to what he called highly provocative statements from the deputy chair of Russia's Security Council, Dmitry Medvedev. It says Trump announced the move in a post to his social media platform. He did not specify in the post exactly where the submarines will be going or what capabilities the submarines have.
Right, so these are threats, man. You know, a nuclear submarine off your coast, that's a threat to your nation. You know? These particular things that are doing, these are threats to the, you know, these particular nations.
The water came.
Start acting out more, you know, start sending you more threats, and then the threats are going to get more. You know how, like, you know, have you ever seen an altercation pop off? People don't just walk up to each other and start swinging. You know, first they start insulting each other, talking shit to each other. Then they go to, you know, back and forth with foreign words. Then they start, you know, pushing each other. You know, and eventually fans start getting thrown. Okay? Then somebody falls in front. Somebody gets stumped out. All right? So there's different phases to an altercation. We are in the beginning phases of this nuclear altercation that's about to take place, man. Okay, right now it's just talking about its threats going back and forth. I'll beat your ass. No, I'll beat your ass. Okay? Esau's having a nigga moment right now. Okay? So what the Lord is going to do is he's going to use these spirits to entice them. He's going to use these spirits to entice the spirits on them. Okay? To, you know, to get the thing going. But promise you got first we got to see these evidence come out, man. Alright? They're pushing for that real fast. They're pushing for that like crazy. Okay, Trump, like I said, Trump just made executive order where the whole healthcare system across America is going to go digital. You know?
You also have the tariffs going to be established now too.
Well, they said they're going to affect this month. First, we're in the second right now. So it's only a matter of time before prices start skyrocketing up. You think you're suffering now? You think you're struggling now? If you think you're struggling now, wait until the tariffs drop. It's gonna be bad, bro. We ain't gonna be able to survive, man. People gonna start fighting. People gonna start protesting, and this will turn to fights in the streets. Okay?
Yeah, because right now, you got these daily Americans, man. They barely surviving, barely being able to pay rent, barely able to afford certain things. You know, the gas prices keep fluctuating up and down. Okay, and soon it's just gonna go all out of. It's gonna all just go whack, man. You know.
It says, based on highly provocative statements of the former president of Russia, Dmitry, who is now the deputy chairman of the Security Council of the Russian Federation, I have ordered 2 nuclear submarines to be positioned in the appropriate regions just in case these foolish and inflammatory statements are more than just that. Trump wrote.
Right.
It says, words are very important. It can often lead to unintended consequences. I hope this will not be one of those instances, he added. Trump spoke more on the move as he left the White House on Friday afternoon. Well, we had to do that. We just have to be careful, he told reporters. And a threat was made and we didn't think it was appropriate. So I have to be very careful. So I do that on the basis of safety of our people.
And that right there go to show you that these people out here, they're really, they have no idea what's coming, man. Your own safety is, in question right now. People walking their dogs. See how proud America is, man. Okay.
And then you have, this is Newsbreak, from the Newsbreak article. It says, Russian official warns Trump to remember the dead hand and automatic nuclear trigger if leaders are attacked.
Right, because Russia has a system set up where you attack their leaders, and you would kill all the military leaders and Putin in Russia. If you was to kill Putin in Russia, period. If any of them, I think a certain, high-level guys, you kill them, the nukes get shot off automatically. Russia empties out their whole arsenal on America, automatically. Okay, so these incitations and these aggravations, instigations. Okay, there's all this instigating going on. He's letting them know, like, look, bitch, y'all come playing over here, these nukes might go off automatically. Regardless, y'all playing, but this is for real. If this system gets triggered, it's gonna go off. That's it. They set that system up because they know that in a situation where America might try some sneaky shit and kill, the leaders, they end the war anyway. Okay? Okay.
Goes on, says a high-ranking Russian official warned President Donald Trump about the dead hand and Cold War Soviet nuclear command that allegedly triggers automatic retaliation if Moscow leadership is targeted.
Yeah, you can even try to target them. So what is Trump doing, sending a nuclear submarine over there, trying to threaten them? Yeah, you playing with fire, because if you playing with nuclear fire, damn, that ain't no ordinary fire either. But if they feel like you threatening them, or you playing with them, okay, hey man, y'all did this, you asked for it, you gonna get it, all right?
Said that Trump's reduced deadline for Moscow to take steps towards ending the war in Ukraine.
Yeah, because Trump is trying to bully Russia into doing a ceasefire. They got nothing to do with America, bro. Y'all stay out of this. Y'all the one been funding them. Now they losing. Now you trying to make us do a ceasefire because they losing? Hell no. Said stay out of this, bro. Y'all gonna catch some licks too. You gotta think America was funding Ukraine the whole time. Was funding them with this war. So now they losing. America want to turn around and try to bite Russia and say, hey, y'all gotta stop this. Now it's like, okay, hold up. Let's talk about this. This is what Russia's saying. Keep playing, but we gonna hit that ass. Okay? We'll hit that ass up. And we know that that's about prophecy. Russia's gonna be the one to really, shoot this thing off now. Okay? They're the one that's a guard to these other nations. So when we hear these, rumors of war, we know this is leading up to it. Because we understand the prophecy. All right?
It says, supplying for Moscow to take steps closer to ending the war in Ukraine, actually put the U.S. and Russia closer to an armed conflict.
So this step to try to end the war in Ukraine just put America closer into the war. You know, into the line of fire, man. Okay?
That's bringing in all the big hats because Trump is trying to supply Russia with missiles against Ukraine. Here it is. Russia supplying Israel with missiles against Iran. So no matter how you slice it, these guys, big guys, will be drawn in to fight each other. That's gonna be the end of this time. That's gonna cause the day of doom, man. Destruction.
Yep. Because all these nations, they got allies. You know? Which America's allies are going to turn on them. So the point is, they all got allies. They all got, you know, agreements with these other nations where if we get attacked, you got to jump in. If we get stole off on, you got to steal off on somebody. You know? So it's a domino effect. Okay? One wrong move, one wrong, you know, instigation or antagonization. That's it. Okay?
It goes on, it says each new ultimatum, if I may add real quick as well, because brother said one wrong move. And that's why these nations and these kings are moving so carefully. Because like brother said, one wrong move, and there is no turning back, man. There is no going back to peace treaties, there is no going back to war. And everything is going to deteriorate until these Edomites eradicate each other, man. Until they destroy each other completely, and war has to return.
And that's why they're trying to delegate with each other now, because they understand that what this is leading up to, man. So they're trying to delegate now and, you know, have these peace talks now, and we make these treaties now, because once it goes too far, that's it. There ain't no going back. Once something looks in the air, they cannot turn back. Somebody grab that too, a shot of a mighty archer.
It says each new ultimatum is a threat and a step towards war.
A threat and a step towards war. Okay?
That's what
We get closer towards this war, man, and it's inevitable. You know, this World War III is inevitable, man. It's going to happen. All right? Other than that?
It says not between Russia and Ukraine, but with its own country. Don't go down the sleepy Joe world. Medvedev said back then.
Alright? That's good. But go ahead. What else I got? Matthew. Yeah.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. It shall not miss.
They ain't gonna miss, man. These missiles get shot off. They're not gonna miss. They're gonna hit their mark. Okay? It ain't no going back. This certain area ain't going back. Alright?
It says, when they began to be shot into the ends of the world.
When they began to be shot into the ends of the world, from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. Right? Right.
Continent to continent. What can do that? What arrow is being shot from the end of the world? See, the Lord ain't giving you the vision to see it. You're not going to see it, man. But you're going to feel it. It says,
by that time it's going to be too late. Yeah, by the time you feel it, you're going to be blind. The flash is going to blind you. You ain't going to see it. You're just going to feel it.
Damn, that's you just say. You said from heaven to the spirit. I never heard that. You ain't even gonna see the fire. But the brother just said the blast from that nuke gonna blind you. Right. So now you just burn it. You can't see nothing. You just Lord, they gonna be in darkness.
Yeah. Or like a thief in the night.
In the night, yeah.
When you turn lights on, beat up as a pillow, put a bat while you on your hotel. You don't know where the hit's coming from. That's how these folks, man, gonna come up and gonna hit you out of nowhere. Boom! And everything is gonna be white. It's gonna be white. You're gonna go blind. Okay? First of all, you're blind. Okay? Now you hear this.
ears too.
Your ears ring, your ears bleeding. You can't hear nothing either. It's like a flashbang. You can't see nothing, you can't hear nothing. And all of a sudden you feel something. You're just burning. It start getting hot. Alright? It's terrifying, bro.
The same. And the missile dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It reached up to 10 to 15 kilotons. And these nuclear missiles now Michigan got to 100 kilotons, which is more negative. That's, I saw 10 times the power of what was dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And you've seen the damage done there. They got stories, they got paintings written in the walls and in the caves about what happened to those people.
Hey, you got people that got hit when that blast came. All that was left was their shadow. They got fucking vaporized. And all that was left was their shadow. You would see a shadow along the wall of the ground where they were standing there. That's all they got left. People that was in that immediate blast zone, they got eviscerated. They literally, their bodies dehydrated until it was ash and nothing. Okay? This is how we're going into.
Did you see that video?
Forget about that, man. All these nations, they still want revenge for what America had done to them.
I remember I was in the game years ago. I was in the game. There was Edomites in there being racist. But then you had like a Japanese girl or whatever. She was like, you know, from that area. She was like, she wasn't really in it, but she was laughing at them. I said, what the fuck you laughing for? They say Hiroshima and Nagasaki on y'all, man. I said, yeah, that was fucked up. And she started turning on them. Okay, so that was all it takes, man. These nations ain't forgot about what you might have done, man. Right. So as soon as they see America start getting hit, like you in a fight, niggas start, you got the mob, they would come in and get in again. From that old shit you did back in the day. They ain't forget.
Man, that's like Friday.
Oh,
Hey, with Craig, you got brick. He like Russia with the bricks.
Yeah. Right.
When they knock that nigga out, everybody starts getting their lit back. Come on, give me that chain.
Taking their shit back.
You know, that was my look. Right. Rise up to the good buddy.
That's why people say RAWCHAA be hard on them.
It goes on to say, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
Right. They ain't going, you know how you see in these movies, the missiles go out, and something happen where they rewind it, and you see them go back into the silos. No, that's not happening. They're not going to go back in time. Yeah.
Pressing the button.
Yeah.
He's going to run in his face.
That was in one of them X-Men 2, but there was Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah.
That last Wonder Woman movie, that showed you that too. The missiles started getting shot off, man. They went back in time, and the missiles, rewind it back into that shit ain't happening, bro. You gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop. Okay? That's not happening.
So it's some type of hero.
Yeah.
You know hero.
They all live happily ever after.
You kind of reverse what's going to come regardless. It ain't going to happen.
So once the missiles lead them silos, that's it. Start counting.
They put that in the Wonder Woman movie. It's funny how all these superhero movies, you can sit there and awe in their power, but when it comes to those nuclear missiles, even the superheroes are all in their power. And that's the sword the Lord's going to strike Edom with. It goes on to say, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
Yeah, when they do get fire, it's going to go out. It ain't going to be a dud. It's going to lift the earth up. Okay? Shit gonna make the ground go like that, like a wave. Boom! They showed you that on 2012. The missile gonna hit and the earth is gonna. You hear it now. For apple fall, you hear it. You feel it in the earth. How much more when a missile worth 10 kilotons drop? Boom! And it leave a crater in the ground the size of fucking, downtown Tampa.
Man.
You know?
Trump out there, Trump Earth is becoming that dangerous.
Yeah. It's like the earth gonna be like, gonna go like waves. You see, go around to water, how that wave effect, earth is gonna, everybody gonna be able to stand in that thing, bro.
You seen that,
people gonna be, sky rises, that's gonna, your building gonna be buried.
Damn.
That whole building coming down, man. And on top of you.
Did you see the article? They were talking about some of the biggest nukes, like 10, 15 feet stories high, like how big they are. And I'm looking at those buildings, those nukes. Most of the nukes that Esau have are like more than half the size of these buildings.
They gonna use it. Every missile is gonna get used.
also craters in the earth, craters in America, which is surrounded by water. That water gonna rush to fill in those holes. It's gonna make a lake of fire. And it's gonna be hot water, boiling hot water, burning the niggas, man. You know, it's so crazy because those nukes are also gonna form new land masses.
Right.
I heard Apostle Har going to it a while back. He was like, it's gonna be a spiritual fire. He said the fire ain't gonna carry us to Canada. The Lord gonna contain that fire in America. This is burning niggas. The Lord's containing that fire right there. It goes on to say, verse 16, 2 Corinthians 16 and 16, it goes on to say, back to you, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards.
It ain't going backwards. Like if you ever shot off an airborne arrow, and when you first start, you trash. I got a bow and arrow. You trash. So when you shoot it, it might go way over there. It might go backwards. I shot a bow and arrow and it went up. It went behind me. You know? Yeah, mighty archer. My skilled archer, when they send them, they don't go back.
Them things gone.
Okay? It's going to go. You see a skilled archer, they know how to shoot an arrow in the bullseye and then shoot another arrow exactly where that one went to where it splits the other arrow. You know?
It goes on to say, even so, the plague that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days?
Right, we're going to deliver us in those days. We don't need the Lord to deliver us in those days, man. Okay, that's going to be destruction and misery. You don't need the Lord to deliver you in them days. Even Ezra, when he was seeing, he was like, woe is me, woe is me. So that means that Ezra is going, hey, he's back today.
He was weeping, he was crying.
Yeah.
It goes on to say, 2 Corinthians 16 to 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
The beginning of sorrows and great mourning. Now, what does mourning mean? Crying. Oh, it's going to be, snotty nose. Yeah. This is the beginning of that, man.
This is good. The Lord going to give you Americans a slow death. First, you're going to see your economy collapse. Then you're going to be hit with the famine. It's torment. He ain't just going to destroy. He ain't just going to send the nukes. No, he going to let you, he going to make you see you lose everything. You're going to lose everything first. Everything going to get taken away from you. No more DoorDash. No more Uber Eats.
No more free time.
No more free, none of that. No more Wi-Fi.
Air conditioning.
Air conditioning. Yeah, bro.
Netflix.
It's some places over there, Haiti, they don't even got AC, bro.
Majority of the world don't have AC.
They don't got AC, bro.
You know that America uses more electricity on AC, okay, than the whole world uses electricity at all. Just for AC, not even the lights, not even the, everything else, just for AC alone. America uses more power than all the countries combined just with AC alone. That's how you know the Americans are living in comfort, man.
In fact, it says, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear.
Right, hey, these nations are going to be terrified, bro. This is why they're shaking up. I'm going to buy you and talking about that. I'm not going to do that. I'm starting World War III. You know? They're scared. They know what this means. Yeah.
It says, the beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come?
What you going to do when these evils come, man? All right? What are you going to do when these evils come? And really, there's nothing you can do. Okay? Why? This is what we doing. We can now for YAHAWASHI, so when that day comes, he can deliver us. There ain't nothing you can do. Okay?
Now he's getting in the that's ultimately because of the Lord.
Yeah, that's like it's a fight going on. You try to break up the fight and you get swung on. Now you in a fight.
Now you gotta break out.
Hey!
Now you gotta
Could have stayed out of it.
I got another appreciate right there. Second
order, who's reading?
Second Ezra 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that dwell in the latter time. shall dwell in the world.
Yeah, many great miseries, man. Great death, destruction, okay? Famine, pestilences, disease. People go be, they people are miserable now. They're complaining now.
People are.
It's gonna get bad where you're not even gonna be able to complain. It's gonna get so bad you're not gonna be able to complain because there ain't gonna be nothing to complain soon. So shut the internet off. What they saying on the 13th and the 16th, that they'll add more restrictions to YouTube. This whole street ministry about to be done. Yeah. AI, you know, it's gonna be verifying on YouTube.
Right. Anything that speaks against the small hats, they're taking it down. Anything that stands in the way of their enterprise, they're taking it down, bro. It says, read from the top again, 2 Corinthians 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they
great miseries. Yeah.
Because they have walked in great pride.
Yeah, you because of pride too. You made something lucky. You out here reading the Bible and niggas acting like niggas out here talking. Okay, this is the word. This is the word of the creator of the universe. And you just acting like it's another day in paradise. All right, well, you're gonna find out.
That's why the scripture says, why is earth and ashes proud? You know, these people are very prideful individuals, man. America has given them the liberty to do as they want, do as I will. And now these people have taken to the point to where you can even hear something that's very valuable and precious, and you will ignore it, especially speaking to so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You see, because we have that comfortable state where you can just relax and chill. But we're coming to a time, like the brother say, you ain't gonna be able to relax and chill anymore. All right? But what's coming is about to disrupt a lot of things that come.
It says something. People are in the spirit of do as thou wilt. The spirit of Americans, everybody is under enchantment. It's one big ass enchantment. Do as you want, live your truth. Which is Satanism. Everybody got their own truth. But the Lord has disenchanted us and gave us his life, man, gave us his word, and we can be able to see. Right. I got a piece up.
Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, Zechariah. This is Zechariah 14 verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahawah will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
It's going to be a plague. All these nations have fought against us, man. All these nations had a part in our captivity, our slavery. So this is going to be that plague, man. This is going to be the plague, which is going to be this right here. All right, these nuclear destruction. All right, this is that final plague, that last plague. All right, the final countdown. Go ahead.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
Right, so while when this fire does come, your flesh is going to consume away while you stand upon your feet. Go ahead.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
Your eyes going to consume away in your hole. In their holes, so your eyes are going to literally dry up and wither away inside the socket. You still going to be standing. You ain't even got to stand for it to get down. You know, they told you back in the day, oh, you know, hide under a table or some shit. Go hide in the tub. You ain't going to have time to do that, bro. Okay? You ain't gonna have time to even to try to avoid the blast. Okay? Besides, when they tell you, oh yeah, you got 30 minutes left, they're gonna have the sirens going off. Okay? I'm gonna watch the movie or the show American Horror Story. They had a season about the Blackwood, right? And people knew the blast was coming. They knew they had a certain period of time for the missiles come. So people was going to the top of buildings and jumping off the buildings to try to escape the blast. They didn't want to be in the fire. They would rather drop to their death than to be in the fire. And then when they showed you the show, people was falling down on the ground, fucking breaking their legs, and they were still alive. Now you can't move, you in pain, and more pain is coming. But you cannot escape the YAHAWASHI outside, bro. What's up?
Says, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth.
Yeah, because your body is made up of like 80% water or something like that. You know? Dust to dust. And our bodies is made up of a lot of water. You know, a lot of fluid. So what happens when you have extreme heat? That means the fluid or water it evaporates. You know, it changes the whole molecular structure of the water. So that means it's going to change the whole molecular structure of your body. That's why the scripture says the elements shall melt with fervent heat. We're all made up of elements. Everything around us is made up of elements. Hey, you got that, bro. You got the elements shall melt with fervent heat. We're all made up of elements. So when these elements start to melt, people are going to be literally dying and getting caught up in that fire, and they're going to be melting. Okay? Melting. Really melting, bro. Okay? If that Russian general said we got something to make the concrete melt, how much more the people that are standing on the concrete? Okay? Go ahead.
It was Zechariah.
That was it?
Yeah.
I got to read something. Hold on, bring it out.
Verse above, or is it to the
No, you go. Yeah.
This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise.
Yeah, the Lord promised to destroy America. The Lord promised to deliver the nation of Israel. The Lord promised to punish you Edomites, man. Okay, the Lord ain't slack concerning his promise. He ain't gonna just keep letting it slide. Go ahead.
And some men count slackness,
Right. Some people think that the Lord ain't coming. Oh, that was, man, y'all tripping. I've been saying that for years. Well, it's coming.
The Lord is not a man that he shall lie.
Yeah, y'all been saying that for years, but that just means that we're close. Go ahead.
but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish,
Right, and the Lord been suffering all this wickedness going on here, man. Sending the prophets out, sending the spirit out, so that Jacob will repent. We don't want to see people just perish and destroyed. But if you don't repent after all this word that's going out, you gotta be destroyed. Go ahead.
but that all should come to repentance.
Right, and the only people that can come to repentance are the Israelites. Right. You want to elect all the only ones who will come to repentance. The only ones who can come to repentance are the Israelites, man. Any of you heathens, you don't even have a chance to repent. And we know the majority of our people ain't gonna repent anyways, so they gonna die the death of the heathen. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night,
You least expect it, man. Because all peace and freedom, they talk about peace and safety. It's okay, we're good with Russia now. We're good with Russia now. Go ahead.
in the which the
Nations
heavens
might do that. These nations might, you know, it might make a treaty up, make America think it's all peaches and cream, and they going back to the home base, about to go sleep good in the middle of the night. They all gonna strike. They all gonna attack, man. There's I saw a video a few months back. I've been going to it. I didn't get the chance to. There's so many videos. There was a video of Canadian prepping. We got reports basically saying how all these nations are prepping for a D-Day. Okay? Or either the D-Day or X-Day or something like that. Something crazy. But basically what they were doing was they was all planning a day to attack America. They're all planning a day to attack and destroy America. What happened? Go ahead, bring it up.
This is Obadiah 1 verse 7 in the NLT. All your allies will turn against you.
All your allies gonna turn against you, man. All the people who was cool with you and cared about you and yeah, all the deals y'all made and slaves y'all traded. You know, man?
They will help to chase you from your land.
Oh yeah.
They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you.
Yeah, and that's what's happening. They will promise you peace while that's why they gonna say peace and safety, man. They will promise you peace while still plotting to destroy you. That's what the nation's about to do. They're literally going to make America feel like it's all over with. It's all good. Yeah, great like it's all good. Like they're plotting peace just so they can destroy you. Yeah, they're going to destroy you. Yeah, and that's what America been doing. That's what America been doing. They'll play cool, but behind your back, they set, proxy wars and cool and shit. You know, that's a snake shit. You want to be a snake, boy. You ain't going to be a snake back to your way.
He said the words of the mouth is smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So he'll come with that. Now we're just trying to, smooth words. The whole time he plans to overthrow you. That's the way of Esau. And now he's gonna be overtaken by his own sacrifice.
back on your ass, and you do it straight. I mean, you never thought it was going to come back on you. So that's what the Lord is doing with America. All the other American nations, now that the Lord will bring that nullified America. And America never thought it was coming. Okay?
It says your trusted friends will set traps for you and you won't even know about it.
Traps for you. Okay? They said all kinds of that. That's why when America go over there to the back of man, they're going to be surrounded by even their own allies. Okay, they say that in these movies, bro. You'll think two characters on the same team and then up from the back door. You know? And then now you got a gun in your back and a gun in your front.
Hang on, guys. What's going on here?
Hey!
Edomites.
I'm American. Fuck you guys, I'm American, man. Hey guys, we're America. You know? That's the pride. That's the pride of America. They thought there was too American to get back door, but you're back door everybody else. Now it's time for you to get back door. And it ain't gonna feel good.
And when you think about that, you see that one movie, Civil War. And then people, the Edomites, they was like, well, what kind of American are you? And then they looked at them and they gave them an answer. But the one that was the one that wasn't considered American, they killed his ass.
Right.
Which shows you that these devils have a weird way of showing their horns, man. You know, and he came like he was speaking real nice and cool at the time, but then he showed his horns towards the end.
It also shows the division within the Egyptians. You see, you can say Egyptian against Egyptian. Right? So these Edomites are variants from each other. Russia and Esau going against each other. These folks just Edomites fighting each other. Right? They all these Edomites got dominion of different parts of the earth, but here it is, the Lord got them at odds with each other.
This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Right. The sky gonna open up. Okay? The sky gonna open up, man. These missiles gonna rain in. Yeah?
And the elements,
The great noise is gonna be that sonic boom. So when the missiles come back to the atmosphere, it's gonna cause a great boom. Boom! As it pierces the clouds, they come back into this atmosphere, that's gonna make your ears bleed in the south. And then the missiles come down, they're gonna make another boom when they hit the ground. So it's just gonna be a dreadful day, man. Yeah?
and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and all the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
Right. Everything that's on this earth, okay, on the shores of America, everything around us right now, man. You're looking around, you see cars, trees, boats, people eating, you know, parks, you know, all of this is gonna melt. It's gonna melt. It's gonna burn, man. Okay. It's all made up of elements, so it's all gonna burn up. Go ahead.
Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Right. What manner of persons ought you to be? What should you be doing? You know, right now. Seeing what's coming, man. Okay. What spirit should we be in? All right. Knowing what time that's coming. So knowing that all these things are gonna be dissolved. All this shit is gonna melt. It's gonna burn up. What are you gonna do? Okay.
When somebody saw the thief coming, they were like, they would have prepared. They would have stayed up and watched. Okay? These people are in darkness. So here it is, they can't prepare for that thief to come. But the scriptures say, ye brethren are not in darkness, and that they shall take you as thieves. Alright, so we in the light, we can see all the traps going on, we can see the prophecies unfolding. But you niggas, you two-third niggas, you can't see nothing. You can't see the bear trap laid out right in front of your foot, man.
The scripture says, and put it there, looking well to his voice. And he foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. And we see the evil. So we hiding ourselves in the work of the Lord, you know, the shadow of the Almighty, and the faith. We know we gonna need protection. The word, what's your foundation? We haven't been able to do nothing for the Lord. You know, what you gonna fall back on that day?
Yeah, your whole life is good about you. We all get the spirit too. we've given our lives over to the YAHAWASHI now. If your whole life been about you, then you're going to have to seek your, you have to shame your damn self. We'll see how that goes. All right? Roll that.
Verse 12, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, YAHAWASHI, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Elements are going to melt, man. All right, you look at the periodic table, that's all these elements that we have all around us. Inside of us, all those elements are going to melt. This fire is so hot, it has the power to melt elements. Okay? Down to the last molecule, it has time, it has the power to melt the elements. Okay, I mean, you're going to see motherfuckers break it down. Okay? Let this fire come. It's going to break you down. The fire is a purifier, man. All those elements that ain't, up the fire is going to melt away. Amen.
Verse 13, nevertheless we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth.
Something better for us than this right here. Right. Where shall we go?
Wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Wherein dwelleth righteousness. There ain't no righteousness dwelling here. And you got Moses and Sodomites running around. All right. Let's look at that. I saw I've been watching those prison stories, bro. And there was a prison story about a dude who went to prison. Jake, I believe that was Jake. I don't know. I believe that was Jake. But it was, a dude went to prison. And he was in prison. He had a long time in prison. So he ended up getting like a little boyfriend in prison. And then, he was going to the visiting room and his mom was talking about his brothers and shit. And they were like visiting him in the visiting room. And one day his brother got in trouble and now he was in prison too. So when he went to prison, he started sleeping with the other brother, boyfriend that was in prison with him. So that's adultery, homosexuality, it's iniquity. So the best thing the Lord can do for you is just put you out of your misery, man. You got motherfuckers locked up for a lifetime and they're popping boys. They treating another man like it's a woman. You got men in there acting like they women. This Lord got to destroy this place. It's wicked. It's vile. It's disgusting. So the best thing for this place is annihilation.
That's the reason the knowledge was good Adam's thing on the plate.
So you niggas, man.
Shit like that. All these errors in the earth.
You gotta break it up.
Right.
You gotta break that shit up. Put it back in the right way it's supposed to be, man. There's a movie called Annihilation, man. You have seen that movie Annihilation? It was a great movie, bro. So basically it was like this alien, source, some type of alien source came down to Earth, and it hit this particular area, this lighthouse, and then it started spreading. It started spreading to where everything, as it spread it, everything it came in contact with, it changed. Yeah, it changed it. So it was pretty much making a whole new Earth. Okay, and that's what the truth is doing to the spirit, man. This is the changing the world. It's making a whole Earth, a whole new reality, man. Okay? And righteousness, man. Okay? And we desperately need that, man. But in that movie Annihilation, it shows you how when that thing, they ended up dropping bombs on it or whatever, but when that alien, it was like a meteor that came and hit the Earth, and then it started putting out this vibration over the whole Earth that was spreading and taking over whole towns and shit. Everything was changing. The people who was already on Earth was trying to figure out a way to stop it. They were trying to figure out a way to control it or whatever, and they couldn't. And that's what's happening with this truth, man. Okay? It's taking over the world. The gospel is preached in the whole world, and then shall the end come. So we're about to see the end of this place be established, and then it's going to be a new world to come. Where it's going to dwell righteousness. All right? He's going to get the victory.
trying to stop it because it was going to consume the whole earth if they did it. What they're doing is consuming the whole earth, man. Right? And that's why that destruction, the day of destruction going to come. Guess what? The trees going to get big.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. Alright, that's the time we're coming into. Right, this is part of us outside. Alright, but before that, we're gonna have great definite instructions that's gonna come in this place. Okay? This is part of us outside. Brother, we have 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Right? Because, you know, before these things come, you have people missiles. Alright, the MOTB, there's gonna be a startup, alright, going up that Jacob's trouble, man. Alright, which we are seeing now, alright, things starting up here in America. I was just watching a video, alright, going into how New York, alright, was having a flood, okay, which is not usual for that to happen. And you had it with that 8.8, I believe, earthquake that happened, which, you know, shifted things throughout the ocean, man. Causing a tsunami to hit certain coasts over there in Russia. Alright, so you have the things of signs of things happening too. Which you can grab 2nd Ezra 9:1. Alright, these things is a startup of what's about to get real bad here in America, man.
Hey, you got
right.
that cord?
Yeah,
iPhone, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
2nd Ezra 15 and verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy."
Right, that's what we are telling you, man. These things are to come. Alright, this is all part of prophecy where it's about to get real bad, okay, through the spirit part of us outside. Okay? And if you're not paying attention, you're not watching them, you're not looking into these things, then you can get caught up by it, man. Go ahead.
"Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord."
Which is not of our own, man. Okay, the Lord speaks through his prophets. Okay? We just vessels delivering the message, man. Alright, go ahead.
"And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true."
So everything you are hearing through the Lord's command, but his true prophets, alright, starting with the elders, the apostles, great notes coming down, alright, these words are faithful and true, okay, which is coming out of this Bible, man, okay, and if you, it's up to you if you want to believe it or not, alright, it's really look like put the spirit on you and receive it, but we're in a time where these things are going to be spoken, alright, and there's going to be many witnesses, alright, and there's going to be many people who aren't going to listen. Go ahead.
It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee."
Which we know there's a lot of people who are not believers, man. Okay, like us true brothers are sitting up here fighting against these things, man. Alright, you got a lot of people who come up here and might scoff and mock. Alright, got every opinion in the world to say something about what you're doing. But we ain't bothered by those things because we wholeheartedly have already set our minds on getting the hell up out of here, man. Otherwise that we get out of life. Okay? We're thinking about the things that's not going to be corrupted. You see? While these people are thinking about the current system that's being set up, which is falling right before them. You see? So you're not going to let that incredulity, meaning that unbelief, to affect us. Go ahead.
It says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness."
Right, and that's the consequence of not trying to get this word. All right, by putting off from day to day. All right, that's the consequence. The unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. Okay, let's go into that. Nuclear fire, all right, those missiles when they hit ground zero, when they hit this place, the casualties that's gonna come by it is gonna be many, man, millions. All right, how many the Lord desires? Okay, but there's gonna be many that's gonna burn up in that fire, man, and it's not gonna be pleasant. Okay, bring it back.
It says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction."
Not only unfaithful and dying in unfaithfulness, that just means that these people they never gonna believe until they die. They're gonna have to die in their unbelief. Right? Or if you say there's another man in the door, get it? First and second, I'm honest reject. Because the Lord has got certain spirits on them to lead them to destruction, while He has certain spirits on the elect to lead them to salvation. And there is no discharge in that war, man.
Right.
It says faith is a gift. So if it was given to you, that means you didn't give it to yourself. Which is why the truth is so precious, man, because you didn't invite yourself into this ministry. You were invited by the Lord.
right? And all these things is all according to the way YAHAWASHI outside. It's not of our own, man. Okay, all of what YAHAWASHI outside has set up according to his movie, man. Okay, what he's written. And this is it's gonna be many people, all right, who are not gonna take heed, man. And that's just what it is. All right, but those who are gonna take heed are going to listen and repent and do those things they have to do to seek him in these times. Right?
It says, behold, says the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Okay, so we're going to bring sword, famine, death, and destruction to this place that you know is America, man. What makes you think that this is going to be a place where you can continue building a career? What makes you think you can continue to build a family, buy land, build up a business? What make you think that that's going to continue to flourish here? When you have it with the scripture say that we're going to bring these things, man. Famine, great death and destruction. That's the future of this place, man. Great death and destruction.
Face this.
Okay? Nothing else.
How you had a hanging or something.
All right? And you got many of people who still are in the ignorant mindset to continue in wickedness, man. No matter how many times you get the warning, no matter how many times you tell someone till you turn blue in the face, no matter how many times this thing is being pushed out to the four corners of the earth, you're going to still have people who are not going to take heed. So be it, man. Go ahead.
It says, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
And we know that these things are going to continue to get worse and worse, okay, here in this place, man, America, man. All right, we know that Job 9:24, the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. This devil is just, he's designed to be the wicked. He's accustomed to be the wicked, okay? He has a job, all right, to do what he has been given, okay, a position to do, and that's kill, destroy, okay, deceive, and etc., man. All right, and it's gonna continue until the Lord come back and you know, do his thing, man. Okay, go ahead. It's more. Yeah, jump down to verse. Because you're seeing a lot of that going on now. You know, a lot of rebellious, okay, people are starting to fight against their own government system because they don't like what's going on, what's taking place. Look at all these unrighteous decrees being put out there. Okay, what is that going to do to these American people who've been in so much of comfort all their life? That's going to stir that devilish ways up in them, man. Those demons, they're going to get active. That's why you have it where they got a saying now, all right, crash out. Okay, people are starting to crash out because they're starting to realize it's not as comfortable as it was 10 to 12, 20 years ago. You see? Yep.
The destruction and the plagues the Lord's going to bring upon this place, you know, like brother said, you know, that fire is going to have a spirit in it. All right? But when the Lord brings all this other plagues, those are going to have spirits in it as well. There's going to be demons roaming around free, and they're going to start manifesting in your face. All right? Because it's going to be such a dark and gloomy day. All right? You know, you're going to have fires. You know, you're going to have explosions, EMP, people killing each other. Yeah. You know, it's all going to be, you know, demons, you know, just roaming free.
Right.
Evil spirits just roaming free, and the Lord is allowing them to do what they want to do. Get out.
All right. If a brother can grab spirits committed for vengeance, nah, that's a spirit. Because,
And especially after that yam, these people ain't getting the proper blood flow to their brain anymore. Right? They can't think rationally like they used to.
Yeah, I saw a video about that. It was a dude who he had to get some treatment for his blood.
the machine,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, and they were showing you how, like, before and after, they had to clean his blood to get all the plaque out of his blood. Before and after, these people are filled with a bunch of shit you don't even know what it is. You know, so that makes you, you know, if your blood ain't clean, you pumping a bunch of plaque into your organ, that leads to death, man. And you can't even think straight right now.
Right.
We got a long gym day. It's over.
Right.
And another
That's
thing,
why when people, when they was going to go work out and stuff, going to play sports, they would drop it in because that was causing the blood flow going to their organs faster, and then it was getting clogged up. You just die suddenly.
and what is that? Because most of these people, I've been seeing a lot of videos. I sit down and watch the videos, see how they cleaning and the treatments they got to go through to get their blood, and it be cold, it be dark, and then when they come out of the machine, it be real light. But what is that causing these people? Because like you said, they be running and exercising and doing all these things, and suddenly, you know, shit happens.
Clogged up.
What happens is it's a lack of oxygen, man, throughout the body.
Right.
So because the oxygen's not flowing like I was supposed to,
It's
it's
from the
suffocating.
inside out.
That's
That's the damn devil, bro.
Yeah.
He want to put his hands around your neck, but he'll put some shit in your blood. Yeah. And suffocate your ass from the inside out, man.
Exactly. And you wouldn't even know because it's a soul. That's a silent kill. And see, these devils know that.
He said, trust me.
Trust the science.
Trust safe and effective. Then he proceeded to yuck your ass up in the back.
Right. Now it's oh yeah, it wasn't tested this, it wasn't tested that. Well, that just proves why these people nowadays are not functioning properly. Motherfucker can't take the right turn. They can't even ask you a proper question. You know, they pausing and throughout the middle of the road. And these people just freezing up, man.
I seen that on the way here. A motherfucker just stopped in the middle of the road, just looking, lost. Bro, what's going on with these people, bro?
It's stuck.
It happened to me too. The motherfucker crashed out on me. I was trying to let him go in front. And I was slowly getting into the road, and he stopped. And held up all the traffic. He sit there trying to argue with me. I said, "Go. What are you doing?" And he yeah, go. Yeah, like brother said, people got crash shot mentality now.
Yeah.
Because it's getting worse. Inflation is only getting higher. The yab is only getting worse. Yeah. Okay, the blood is only getting more clogged. So it's only going when this shit hit the fan, these people are going to completely lose it because they've already been through so much.
Right.
They already been through so much stress, so much pressure. When it hits, man, they just don't let it go.
Yeah,
because they're a natural beast.
Exactly. Because you got a lot of people who are straining right now. You ever see a person who's straining and you start seeing their veins? Well, they're at that point right now. They just haven't physically shown it, man. Okay, it's deep inside within these people. Okay, they can't function right. They can't operate right. They done got that damn juice and now they realizing that their body just, hey, my coworker, man.
The body ain't the same.
Right. My coworker was driving, I was driving. My coworker was telling me, he was like, man, ever since I got that thing, man. I'm gonna say that thing for the sake of the video, but he said I got that thing, man. It's like, I got the first one and I was able to run miles. I got the second one and I can start realizing my heart's not operating right now. When he told me that, bro, I was like, yeah, yo ass almost.
Yeah, motherfuckers feeling it, bro.
Yeah.
I got a coworker like that too. Nigga ain't been the same, bro, but he took that shit, and ever since then he been having all these medical issues or whatever. And now you look at him, he ain't doing no work. He an older dude too. You look at him and he ain't doing no work. When you look at him and he look at you, you ask him something. My other coworker told me, he said, it's his eyes, bro.
It's like he's gone.
Yeah, that's what he told me, bro. I said, what the fuck? I thought I was just seeing it. He said, bro, I look in his eyes, bro, and there's nothing there, bro. There's nothing there, bro.
Gone.
But you look at him, he'll just be like,
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna show the camera. He'll talk to you like,
He gone.
you know, like he about to pass out at any fucking moment.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, you feeling bad? Like, dog, I'm here to catch you if you fall, boy. But your ass like you about to fall.
Yeah.
And they want me to take his fucking place. They already telling me, hey man, you know when he croaks, right? Like, damn, bro. The man been up 30, 40 years, bro. They already ready. He started having some complications. They already thinking about your replacement.
Yep.
You give your whole life to these fucking companies, bro. They already thinking about your replacement, bro.
Hey, and the fact that you said it, they already thinking about your replacement. Hey, that's the spirit because most of these people are starting to realize that. They don't got much longer, man. So what are they going to retaliate towards? Letting it all go. Fuck it, I could barely make it at this point.
I'm going to destroy everything I can.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's ready to cook over because they ain't got nothing else left to do. The job is ripping them off. Okay, you go home, your wife is somewhere like them funeral post. Okay, you turn around, you go eat something at the stores, you get sick. You're looking up the sky, you're being suffocated from goddamn the air itself. Your life is fucked, man. And that's what the condition of these people who are trusting in this system so bad is in the state of, man.
Hey, the thing is, they have no hope.
They have no hope.
So we're able to continue to go through this because we know what's to come. They
Yeah.
don't know that.
Right.
They think this is the end all be all and they're going to die here with their terrible lives. So that's why Jake always end up off themselves or certain things. But we have that hope of immortality.
That's why Jake be crashing out too, bro, because they got no hope. They're like, man, what the fuck? I know damn well for sure I would have crashed out a million times over if I ain't had this truth, bro. I would have killed the bitch. I would have killed the nigga, a million niggas. You know what I'm saying? But this truth, it keeps you stable because you know that there is light at the end of this tunnel, man.
Exactly. When the brother was,
breaking bread on that. Like, bro, when you meditate on the things to come, it overrides everything you're dealing with.
Right.
If you got that hope that burns within you, everything you come in, it's like everything you do, it's like it just goes away.
Hey, what me and the brother was going to, like you said, you can feel it.
Yeah.
The difference is they can't feel that.
They don't feel that
We
way.
can feel the hope. We can feel that it's getting closer. You know, it's almost like you can grab it and embrace it, and that makes you be able to look past everything you're going through.
Hey, YAHAWASHI, he felt that promise. That's why Scripture says that he endured the cross for the joy set before him.
Right.
So he knew what his Father was going to give him once he endured it.
And
And we know what the Lord is going to give to us once we endure this.
right, what Scripture say? You shall reign with them. Suffering shall reign with them. See,
But if you don't got that vision,
you ain't gonna be able to. How you gonna see it through? You see it?
That's what the scripture says. That's what the scripture says. This present life isn't the life in which glory does abide. Okay? So the problem is people is they think that this is a life where that glory is. They still holding on to this life and trying to seek out that glory. But we already gave up this. We got nothing to lose here, man. Right? But these people got everything to lose because they done sold their whole and they sold, right? To get this thing from this world.
And that's why they look so miserable, because they can't comprehend. how
Well, they don't even just look miserable; they are miserable.
Yeah.
Because with our life without Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is miserable.
Right.
I asked for it earlier. Somebody grab it. When I asked these precepts, y'all make sure y'all grab them. We can't believe this damn can when I grab these precepts, man. The scripture. Look for it. It says, there is no greater thing than love, or
And,
you know.
and tonight the brother of the precept. All right, because that's exactly, they are miserable, and that's why they're sitting here contemplating themselves, trying to figure out, still back and forth in their brain, trying to figure out how did I sacrifice 20 to 30, 40, even 50 years of my life to a job that's not even giving me back of anything.
Yeah, I remember this lady at my job. She was there for a minute, and the dude I just told you about my job about to die. The lady that was there, he knew her for a minute, and when she died, they was complaining like, damn, they ain't even sent her a flower, a card, or nothing.
Oh, yeah.
They went to her funeral, and you know, even doesn't give a damn about you, but you're not going to your funeral. You're not doing none of that.
Oh no.
You know, you'll be in that job for a good portion of your whole life. You gotta think you waking up first thing in the morning and
Right.
so that's a great part of your whole life. But they don't give a damn about none of that.
Well, they only see you valuable when you're working for them.
When you working,
They
if
only
you
see
can't work,
if
they,
you-
what? Tell it
You are an asset to that
Tell it.
company when you are working
for
them.
that company.
You see? But when you ain't working for them, well, you just another ticket out of here, man.
Hey, I was bringing it to the brother earlier. I seen it was like a video, with a meme video. All right, but it was, you know, it was truth to it, bro. Because we did with that at our job. You know, it was a coworker who came up to his foreman, which is like a higher up. He was like, "Oh, I like your truck," you know, and this is AI generated. He said, "Hey, I like your truck, man." He said, "Oh, you know, thank you. You know, continue to work more weekends and overtime so I can buy me a new truck." You know what I'm saying? And that's ultimately what we're doing, bro. You know, so they don't give a damn about you. All you doing is, you know, putting money in their pocket. You know, you're an asset to them, right? But when you're no longer useful, they can fire your ass.
Right? Because ultimately you have a chain of command. And it's from the CEO and down to when you have employees and really just slaving, man. You slaving the hey, Esau, even though they be slaving, they still have a privilege. You got Jacob be slaving and don't got no privilege. Okay? For nothing. So you are the bottom of the bottom, man. And you slaving in a place where you still trying to find rest. It's crazy. Okay? So my brother can grab that right there. Yeah.
There was a video I saw on Facebook. I don't know if it was a meme or if it was real. I think people said it was real. So where at a job, they came up to the boss and said, "Yo, this nigga there just died." And the boss was like, "Did he clock out yet?" Did he clock out? Was that a meme or was that?
I don't think that was real.
That's real.
Well, you can actually use that to today's environment, man. To these people's circumstances today, you can use that. That's why you have AI that be hitting shit on the point, man. Because they really know that's what's really going on. You see? And in fact, the AI is being used to push that kind of provocative image. It just shows you the weapons that Esau has is so advanced, man. Okay, and you look up some shit and it'll tell you exactly what it is. Like the brother was saying, You look at some shit that tell you exactly what it is, and then they try to hide it at the same time. You know? And that's exactly how Esau works. Alright? This is his system, and this is how he conducted within his own kingdom. And they say wickedness. That's why this place has to be brought down with those nukes that we started off with, man.
Yeah, if I may add on to what you brothers were saying too, especially about the work situation. You had that one Jake, I believe it was like a year or so ago, he was working at Burger King. It was Burger King or one of the fast food places for like 30 years, and they gave him a gift basket for working there for so long. You know, and then people had to raise money for him because they felt like they had him messed up. You know, which just goes to show you, you know, you work your whole life at these jobs, and they give you their butt to kiss, man. Plain and simple.
That's right. That's right, bro. You see? Plain and simple, man. Go ahead, bring it up.
This is Isaiah 33 and verse 6.
Wait, hold that. Go ahead, man, that right there. You should go.
Proverbs chapter 29 verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
Okay, so where there's no vision, the people perish, man. You got a wicked and cruel ruler. Look at this place and how it's been running. Somebody read in the Proverbs where it says, when the righteous are in third, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, this place is going to shit even more.
I forgot what the brother asked for right quick. This is the book of Sirach 23 and verse 27. And they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than to fear the Lord, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord. So those that remain must be elect. Because, bro, if you ain't in this truth, if you ain't got the faith to fear YAHAWASHI outside, you're not going to remain. You're going to be, the Lord going to find some type of calamity to destroy you.
Right.
See?
And that's terrifying. When the scriptures go to, the Lord is to be feared, man. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. So you can have Allah, Buddha, all that you want, Yeshua, whatever. You can have all that, but that's not going to protect you, okay, in the times we're coming into, man. Our power is a living power, man. We'll get active, man. How you see all these judgments going out? You still want to test that theory? You want to still test that water? I don't think so. Yeah, bro.
Verse 28, it reads, it is great glory to follow the Lord, and to be received of him is long life.
Long life. Wow. Following after YAHAWASHI is the way, man. Yeah. That's the way out of here. That's a ticket out of here. But most of our people won't follow that because what? What this Lord has given them at abundance. You see? But we, through the Spirit prayer by some outside, the Lord has opened that within our minds and freed us from that bondage of being here, man. Now we understand that it's truth, the Spirit prayer by some outside. We're free at that, but we're seeing beyond that now. We are able to see beyond that. See? That's all we talk about some outside. Who was reading? That was it. Bring that back. Yeah, bring that back.
This is the book of Proverbs.
And it says, I believe going into the people perish. Okay? They have no vision. You got it? Go ahead, bro.
Proverbs 19 and 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
So, where there's no vision, the people perish, man. Like I said, look at the way this place is being ran. Alright, there's a wicked and cruel ruler that's ruling this place, man. Okay? And this place, the downfall of this place is destruction, man. Okay? These people they don't even know where they're going. They're confused as hell. You know, wake up in the morning, you just completely through. You wake up, you take the tea, no matter much you exercise, you still feel fucked up. You still feel sick. You don't know if you're going to turn on the news and see something on the news, everything is just all jacked up. You see? Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, start at verse 1. He that being often reproved hardeneth his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
So when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Now this is all leading up to because this place is completely cruel, man. It's in wickedness, it's golfing wickedness. And this is why it's got to be purged with that fire. You see? And a lot of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, our people are amongst this wickedness, man. And have indulged in it so much that they can't even hear this glorious, blessing, this word. They can't hear it, man. That is just muffled with all the wickedness. You see? That was it on that?
This is the Proverbs 29, verse 18, in NLT version with the brother girl.
It's like an ink off. Okay?
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 18 in NLT with the brother grab. It says, when people do not accept divine guidance, they run wild.
Right, this is divine guidance. The verse brought out. What other way is to walk besides the way the Lord is giving you to walk? The creator of the universe is telling you this is what's required to be saved. Wouldn't it be wise to walk accordingly?
Right? The scripture says this is the way, walk ye therein. Right. You know, it says, I am the way, the life, and the truth. You're supposed to be walking up your own truth. We saw, it's not something to line up to. When his walk in his path led up to him get beamed up. And if we follow up the same footsteps, then we shall also get beamed up.
That's the goal. That's the mission. We will. We be that alert. Because all of that means that all the suffering that we're going through is going to pay off in the end. And we know the scripture says that the Lord knows, we won't forget our works and labors of love towards the end. You see? So that expected end is something that we hold on dearly, man.
It says, when people do not accept divine guidance, they run wild. And whoever obeys the law is joyful.
And they are joyful, man. You got people who just completely enrolls with. They just don't know what to do. They got no structure, they got no guidance. Okay, but those who are falling out of the YAHAWASHI, we have that guidance, man. We have that structure. We have that where the code has been paid perfectly. You see, you got no problem falling off roads, shit. No. These are bricks that will not break. These are bricks that will be set in place and they are firm. And we were hoping to offer up those bricks that are firm, okay, that's paving the way to ultimately to the kingdom, man. Okay?
What better guidance is heavenly guidance in the Lord. I got another one real quick. So Ephesians chapter 4, in verse 17 of NLT says, with the Lord's authority I say this, live no longer as the Gentiles do, for they are hopelessly confused.
They are hopelessly confused, man. Damn, hopelessly confused. They don't have it.
They don't have the light. So they're confused. They're confused and they don't have any hope of a better end.
That's why niggas crash out.
Right.
Niggas say, fuck it. Because they can't see past their first glory. That's why scripture says we walk by faith and not by sight. Because if we walk by sight, we would have been said, fuck it. Blew the sound. But we have that expected end. Okay, so their hope is to see. Scripture says the hope that we see. I hope. That's right. So that faith is something that is not seen. They crash up because they have no faith.
And they can't open anything, man. So with that, it leads to just crashing out. That's why these people, the way the government is set up, the way that these presidents set up, the way it's just structured here, it's all set up to be destroyed. Okay, starting from these cool, wicked ones that threw them down, man. You see, you have Esau ready to crash out sending missiles over there. You have an Esau ready to crash out, got submarines set up on the side just in case you act stupid, because why? He's ready to go to war because he's about to use everything. Okay? This is much intelligence going to count on this place for its America. Okay?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, and verse 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
And so, you got a little motherfucker be doing wickedness and so you got to get caught. At this point, come on, man. Well, guess what? Don't worry about it. We want to see these things, man. Just because you ain't getting instant judgment right there and then, don't mean the Lord don't see these things. Okay? Don't mean you get away with it. You'll have Jake ready to commit all kinds of wickedness and think, oh, they can get a stop with, get away with a stop with free. But then turn around, your ops run down, you blow your whole damn cap off, man. You see? You have a nigga that committed adultery and then find it so worse than being tossed out a window. You see? The Lord have a way of doing things, man. And it'll catch up with you. Right? That's on that.
Hey, let your call go. Then you.
Respect your hand, brother.
No,
Let's get to the MOTV though. Let's get to the MOTV because we got a prophesy, right? What's the God? Revelation 13, what's the God? Y'all know the ground. Revelation 13 and verse 14, it says, actually verse 15, says that he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? He had power. Who is the he? Okay? Power. Okay? His power goes into dominion, rulership. Because it says the earth is given to the one of the wicked. So we saw the so-called white man, okay, through his ruling elite, okay? They have the power to give life into the image of the beast, okay, which is the new world order. Alright? That they want to establish so badly, man. Alright? It says, because as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? They have the power to put you to death. Because the Lord gave them the power to do so. If you don't worship the image of the beast, if you don't get down with the NWO, he has the power to put you to death. You have a thing called cancel culture. If you don't get down with this whole ABCDE 1, 2, 3, they can so-called cancel you. Which is like, if they have the power to cancel somebody because they're not in agreement with the way of life, okay? That's a foreshadowing that, look, if you're not in agreement with this, you can put you to death. Okay? You can fire from your job. Well, it says, and cause as many that will not worship the image of the beast should be killed, right? And causes all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Right. Rich and poor, free and bond. Go ahead. To receive, it says, to receive the commandment. Right? In their right hand or in their forehead. In their right hand or in their forehead. Which that right hand goes to dextro. Dextro. Dextro, so I don't think it's him dextro. But dextro, okay, which is your dominant hand, okay? It don't matter what hand you put it in, you can see that mark, that's the mark of the beast. But you have the Neuralink technology, you also have the RFID microchip, man. With that Neuralink is heavy into the miracles. Okay, you have these trial runs where you have people that have seen that haven't saw before. Okay, being able to get up and walk that was once paralyzed. That's that left-hand technology, that's that left-hand miracle, man. That's going to deceive many into taking that device. Okay? Yeah. And a lot of these movies, they've been showing you that. Man, what's the last movie? That movie, I don't know if brothers watched it, but it's that Megan 2.0 movie. Did y'all see that yet?
I started watching, I fell asleep.
That Megan 2.0. Same Megan. But you're right, it is a bigger Megan in the movie. But you had stuff earlier today, I believe, on the phone call. It was like, come on, bro. Come on, the spirit, bro. Go ahead, bro. You got it. Yeah, you bring it on, bro. I'm gonna make it cool. So this is Meta AI. AI on Facebook. So if you on Facebook, you scroll down post, it has little questions that you can ask on the bottom. You can ask AI on the bottom. And it also has...
Man, you know what's crazy? They got the same thing on Twitter, or X now, formerly known as Twitter, where you see something, you can ask AI, which is called Grok.
Grok, yeah.
Yeah, you can ask Grok, and you can just at Grok, which is an AI, and it'll answer whatever question you have. Everything is going AI, bro.
And like the brother brought it to me earlier. We was looking for a song that we were hearing in the song the brother made. And he said he humbled and Google and then found the rest. I said, that's a miracle, bro.
Knowledge shall be increased.
They go to Obama article and chat where he said Bill Gates said AI is growing so fast. He's surprised. Yeah. He said he don't know now whether it'll be 10 years or 1 year when AI is super advanced, right? Yeah, because that's the Lord. That's that technology. That's the brother, beautiful brother brought it out. Knowledge shall be increased. That's the Lord turning up that left hand, man. Because nothing but left hand technology. Okay? Upon these miracles, upon those miracles. And it says, I asked Meta AI, I said, how does AI tie into the mark of the beast? It says, some people have speculated that AI or more broadly technology could be connected to the mark of the beast in several ways. But it says, 1, biometric identification, 2, digital payments and commerce, which is not talking about digital currency. And then 3, implantable technology.
Implantable technology.
It says implantable technologies. Advances in implantable technologies such as microchips or neural interfaces. So what this goofy mechanic is talking about is showing it ain't no microchip. But this is AI. Okay? This is AI letting you know this can be implemented into the MOT. This is Esau's own technology telling you that.
You're right.
Go ahead. It says, have sparked fears that these devices could be used to track people's movements, thoughts, or actions, potentially tying into the idea of a mark or symbol that identifies individuals as followers of the anti-Christ.
Followers of this NWO. They submitting to the image of the beast. Somebody grabbed 7,000 men, so I'm not rounding it. Somebody grabbed McAfee right quick, going to how all should be one people, all should consent to the religion of the king. Because this has always been an agenda, but now, as the brother brought out, knowledge has been increased to the point where he can actually fulfill it in his life. They didn't have the technology in the time of the Greeks, but see, they have the technology now, man. And when that movie Megan, it shows you through AI, they shows you that this guy, which he was basically like in that movie, I think he represented Elon Musk as his monster perspective. But Megan 2.0, he was paralyzed. And he said, through this technology, I can do this. And he put the chip in his brain, he started getting up and moving. And he was able to control AI through that chip. See? So that is showing you, man. They showing you.
And this is not something that is just, we just, whooping out, and just raining out. No, man. This is actual fact. You have it over there in Sweden. Well, you got motherfuckers walking around with that mug in their hand already. Opening their doors, opening their kitchen counters, getting things at the vending machines. They showing you what kind of system that they are ushering in. All right, to prosper, man.
Not science fiction anymore because it's in front of you.
Hey, I saw a video earlier today. I got to do a clip on it, but it was a video where basically I think it was like a hotel or something, and their hotel key was like a card, the RFID. The card was used to open the drawers, and the dresser. So in order to even open the drawers, you had to have that card. And I think I said, damn, they're gonna make all the drawers like that pretty soon.
They're gonna make the store doors like that.
They're gonna make everything like that.
The store door, you can't walk into the store unless the doors ain't gonna open unless you got that CHID.
And that's how I used to be at.
All of the machines so you can enter. They have it after the cold foods. They have it after the cold foods. They have it for Amazon. All that is like the most going to is to tap something, okay, to get into have access to something. That's what it is.
Okay.
John, it says, Revelation 13 verse 16, when causes all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a commandment in their right hand or in their forehead. And that no man might buy or sell, which is, you're not going to be able to purchase, you're not going to be able to work, you're going to be excluded from society. You're not going to be, that's how scripture says, brothers and grab it also, and you grab it, they shall no more stand upon him that loves them. But when this technology is really rolled out and implemented, we're going to have to fully trust in the Lord, man. There ain't going to be no more going to work. There ain't going to be no more,
walking out on faith. You're going to walk out on faith, bro. Walk out of your job, walk out of your house, walk away from your vehicle.
But that's also going to give the Lord the green light to really to intervene within our lives. Because the Lord shows us little things every now and then. He'll show us things in our daily life. We really gonna be able to work once we fully dependent on him. You see, he can only do so much because we still going through Esau and his system. But once we, excluded from that system, the Lord gonna work within our lives even more. It says, And that no man might buy or sell, save that he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. The number is 666. Right. Which is a product code. Okay? With that, once that device is put into use, you are now a product of his beast system. It's like Esau marking you as cattle, royal. You know? He's marking you as his property. You know? So, you finished. And you know the judgment for that. Okay, that lake of fire, we want to see earlier. Okay? That's why we ain't going to get shot off yet. Because the Lord waiting for those to be tagged first. Then he's going to send that judgment. Who got what I asked for? Yeah.
It says, First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 41, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
This is the spirit of Esau. That all should be one people. Okay, he wants to do that now. Through that technology. Connect everybody to the Internet of Things. All be one people. We're all connected.
One world religion.
One world religion. One world government. Right?
It says, verse 42, and everyone should leave his laws, so all the heathen agree according to the commandment of the king.
So all the heathen, yeah, they all for this. They for that people TV. Yeah, man, that's a good idea. Go ahead.
It says, yea, many also of the Israelites.
Many also of the Israelites. So you gonna have niggas that's gonna take this ship. Say you gotta count the cost. They did it back. They considered it back then. They won't consent now. See, you gonna have niggas consenting now. That's why brothers got the Lord reserved 7,000 men.
It says, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
Second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols.
Yeah, take it further, but they want to have us idle. We're going to be in place. And they want to offer us things offered unto idols. This is that ship. We may be in a strait, bro. You know? We may be in a strait. Look at our forefathers, they were supposed to straight. One of my favorite stories, if not my favorite, the three holy children, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They was put into a strait, and they was offered into an idol. They was supposed to bow to that image. Okay? And they was faced with death, man. But in the face of death, what did they do? They chose to serve YAHAWASHI outside, and they were delivered. See? So we can be put in certain situations. It's not for our destruction, but it's for the Lord to deliver us, man.
You had a prime example like Daniel in the Battle of Dragon.
That's my opinion, right?
When he was in there and he, did his thing and showing proof that he was going to speak with YAHAWASHI outside.
There's one living God. There's only one living God.
That's right. Power, man. And what happened? The Lord delivered him out of that situation.
And they that consent unto them,
They that consent, the vast majority of the earth is going to consent. They're gonna bow to me. They're gonna submit to this thing that you will. They're gonna give in. They're gonna submit, bro. It's like they did back in the 90s. Niggas seen the second children being cut up. I'll eat the pork. You know?
Give me some hot sauce.
Shit. I can hear a nigga now. Fuck that shit. What pork that? Bro, when they see niggas getting beheaded,
and they say you want to save $4,000. And that's like $100, huh?
right, no portrait,
And didn't even get it.
And didn't even get it. And that's what these other niggas do. They don't make you sit this on TV, and you ain't even gonna get the heart something. You gonna get cancer somewhere, man.
so without nothing.
There you go. And you're gonna catch the fire from the rock and the roll. Double easy. They that
shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot.
Trodden underfoot. You see, that's what the mass majority, they gonna be caught up in that snare, man. But so the Lord, somebody grab Revelation 3 and 10. The Lord gonna keep us from the hour of completion. But before we get that, we got the bow the knee.
This is Romans 11 and verse 4. But what saint the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
Who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Who is not going to bow the knee to this new world order, man. Who's not going to bow the knee to the image of the beast because the Lord put it in their spirit not to submit. The Lord put it in their spirit to stand for righteousness. Okay? Go ahead. Yeah.
It says, even so then at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
There is a remnant according to the election of grace. So there is a remnant. So who got that Isaiah? Huh. There is a remnant that's not going to be caught up in that snare taking the MOTB, man. There is an election according to grace. Go ahead.
It says, and if by grace, then is it no more of works. Otherwise, grace is no more grace.
Right.
But if it be of works, then it is no more grace. Otherwise, work is no more work.
Yeah. So through grace, all we can be saved. This is all grace. And we through this grace period, we hoping to be saved. We laboring, serving the Lord to the best of our ability, and hope that when that hour comes, when that hour temptation comes, the Lord keep us. You know? Lord, hey, we gonna be able to say, we gonna be able to confidently before the Lord, Lord, look, you said if I serve you and I endure, you will go through this time. That's what we got to fall back on. But see, niggas don't got that. Niggas don't got that to fall back on because you ain't been serving the Lord. You been serving yourself. You want to be rich. You want to be rich. You want to be a You want to be on fucking cost and that. Good at being records.
Yeah, and that nigga Alazar of the Sakari, he took his hand off the plow to be a streamer, man. This nigga streaming with niggas.
Streaming. No jumping. You know. So he not going to be kept in that time. Now again,
It says, what then? Israel have do not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it.
But the election have obtained it,
and the rest were blinded.
And the rest were blinded. Man, a lot of people gonna be blinded, bro. They blinded. They ain't gonna be able to see. They're not gonna have the vision. They're not gonna have the hope to see past the horrible time we're coming into. But we gonna have the stability and the hope that we brought out earlier to see through that dark and troublesome time, man. The Lord will intervene on our behalf. Okay, the Lord already intervening on our behalf right now. That's why we got this truth. All we got to do is seek it. All we got to do is serve. Do you believe it? Go ahead. What else, bro? Oh, you got it, Lord.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them,
Right.
but shall stay upon the Lord, YAHAWASHI, the Holy One of Israel in truth.
The Holy One of Israel in truth. See? Bro, we're going to be able to stand upon the Lord in truth, bro. I had dreams, I know brothers had dreams, and the Lord intervening for them. The Lord confirming our faith. I had a dream, brothers in the whole storehouse, eating, AC, drinking beers, and calling us outside.
Hey, and then the brother Kwam, he had a dream similar like that too.
Yeah.
Same kind of dreams. All of us was in the same, warehouse or storehouse or whatever.
Good, taken care of. Somebody grabbed the thing that's got MVP. Go ahead. I was got all the nutrients and stuff in there. Good food, right? The good food.
Verse 21, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power.
Yep. So, hey, I was just thinking that, Sprouts. We would think, oh, how you going to be in a warehouse for AC and food when the grid is off? But you ever seen that X-Men movie? Will I Am? The one when he had his brother, they're fighting.
but X-Men origin. But you had one X-Men that had the power. He had the power over the energy. He turned the light bulb on with his mind. So the Lord can give a brother a power, bro. The Lord can give a brother power of energy to warehouse on.
Electricity.
Yeah, electricity.
Like what's his name? The damn Amazon, the damn Netflix character, Black Lightning.
Black Lightning, yeah.
Black Lightning, he has power over electricity to give. He's a powerhouse.
He's a powerhouse. He's the generator.
One of Spider-Man. Jamie Foxx.
Hey, bro, say you couldn't even light. Yeah.
Right.
You can't be the darkness. The Lord said,
Children of Israel have light in their dwellings. That happened in ancient Egypt when the lights went out, and it was like pitch black, dark, like it was darkness that had a spirit in it. So the Lord gonna give us light in our dwellings, though, man. You might be in an abandoned mansion, and that motherfucker like nothing happened, like the light's still going. Remember all for that movie Zombieland? That movie Zombieland, it was like a zombie apocalypse, but they was in a big ass mansion. There was in what's his name?
Robin Williams mansion.
Was it Robin Williams?
It was Robin Williams. Yeah. Remember,
I thought it was oh, that's not Robin Williams though.
That is Robin Williams.
No, that's
that's Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. There you go. It's Bill fucking Murray. So these celebrities, your Bible says the first shall be last and the last shall be first. These particular celebrities and actors and shit, they gonna be the day when Bill Murray was alive. Nigga was a zombie though. Yeah. 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 So we gonna be good, bro. You might be in a mansion. These, huh? and these niggas be having damn bunkers and food stored up and stuff, man.
Hey, what's that one movie? Leave the World Behind.
Rick Ross.
It's the spirit.
Rick Ross got a bunker down here in Tampa.
Yeah. She was talking about that movie called
Friends.
She went into that bunker. And what's the theme song for Friends? I'll be there for you.
I'll be there for you. I don't know what tempo you was ringing. That was not how it goes. I'll be there for you. And the Lord gonna be there for us, man.
Revelation 14.
Verse 28. The heathen shall envy. Verse 26. It says, as for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish. Yeah, the Lord ain't going to have us out here. Leave us out here night. Wow. The Lord not going to forsake us. The Lord not going to break our hearts. We ain't even trusting the Lord. That's the rock too. Have any trust in him and what's counted? And you trust the Lord, and the Lord lets you down. The Lord not gonna let us down, bro. It says, as for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish. Not one brother is gonna perish. For I will require them from among thy number. Like, he's gonna require his elect. He's gonna require his elect. The Lord says some of you not gonna taste death. So for a brother not to take death, I mean the Lord gonna be literally go here, go there, go right, go left, sit here, get up, go there. Bro, that's how it's gonna be, bro.
And that happened with the movie, The Book of Eli. Yeah. Remember how they had him in that room, and then they was coming for his ass to come in and try to kill him. But the spirit already had him up and out of there. And he was up out of there ready to go. He said, hurry up, because the spirit already told him, hey, bro, on the way here. On the way here, bro. Testimony. We leave the crib, brother come pick me up, we leave the crib. We leave driving down the road. Spirit telling me, hey, turn around. Because I had like, the little fucking, the little hot comb or whatever. I had left that shit on. And it was like a plastic bag right on top of it. But it's supposed to cut off on its own, but I don't know if it's been doing it lately. So the spirit was like, hey, turn around. The spirit literally told me to hey bro, turn around, let's go back. I went back because I had a feeling. It was like a deep feeling. I knew something wasn't right. So through the spirit, we turned around, went back, and I went back to the house, and it was literally a plastic bag on top of the hot cone, and then the bag was getting hot. Like the bag was hot. If that shit didn't cut off, and we was out here for the fucking for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, I would have came home to the house on fire. You know what I'm saying? But the spirit literally told me to turn. I was convicted in my spirit. Turn around, turn around. And my flesh was like, nah, you good, you good. Now it's gonna cut off. And the spirit was like, nah, turn around. What I do? I listen to the spirit, and that got me out of a lot of trouble because I would have came back to my house and been on fire, bro.
Yeah. That's how you know you got angels around you.
Exactly, watching, protecting you. Yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, what you doing? Come back around.
Yeah, turn back around. You got some, okay? Go back. I'm thinking I'm tripping, and I said if I go here though, and I see I'm thinking this shit might have been just on the countertop, nothing around it. It was a little plastic bag on top of it. So a little longer, that shit would have caught fire. Then I got all my cologne up there and shit. Shit would have exploded.
Yeah.
House would have been on fire, bro. So the Lord, He intervenes like that. He works for us in our mind. He'll show you, you know, in the spirit, like, nah, do this, do that. Nah, don't do this, don't do that. Go back here, go back there. Watch out for this, watch out for that. And that right there is going to amplify in the time you're coming into.
That's right. You know, me and the brother was driving. Me and the brother was driving, and he was making a turn, and this car was like flying. And my flesh, it was like jump like, you know, oh shit, hey bro. But then I caught myself literally in the middle of my flesh reacting. When my spirit snapped it back into gear. I telling bro, I was like, oh, it was the brother, your mom. I was like, oh shit, I snapped and bro, trust the Lord. Bro, that was one of the most serious moments I acknowledged.
That's how it's going to be in that day, bro.
Yeah. But yo, that was heavy though. He was reading out Hebrew. Oh yeah. It says, verse 27, it says, be not worried, for when the Lord, it says, for when the day of trouble and heaviness comes, don't be weary.
Weary.
Come on, bro. The Lord has shown us our
Weary.
whole walk on the left right. Weary.
Weary.
Weary. See? The Lord been showing us our whole walk. He's gonna come through for us, bro. Come on, bro. You think he ain't gonna come through us when it really matters? This little shit the Lord's showing us, that should be
Right.
This should be uplifting you.
Right, hell yeah.
This should be like, it may be the little things.
Something as simple as that increase my faith.
Right.
Because you know the Lord is with you. The Lord is in your mind. He telling you anything. And you know that feeling. Go back, bro. Go back. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? What I do? Go back, man. You go back, and when you see this shit, like, damn, wait, I really had to come back. The Spirit made me come back, because if not, some shit would have happened.
Man's heart divided his way.
Not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, that day coming, it's gonna be a day of calamity. Bro, but in that day it's gonna be like, bro, I'm expecting a miracle at that point. Shit. In that day, you gotta be expecting a miracle. If you ain't expecting a miracle, it's like, what you expecting? See? Yeah. Says, others shall weep and be sorrowful, or thou shalt be merry and have abundance. You're gonna have abundance in that day, man. You just care of. You don't know how the Lord's gonna come through, but he's gonna come through. He may use a brother to come through. Like, bro, the Lord may give a brother a power. Shit, brother start gathering brothers. Hey, brothers. The Lord used Habakkuk to teleport to Daniel to bring some food. Like,
There was one brother that had a dream that he was in a U-Haul truck.
I was just gonna say that, bro.
He was, and the Spirit was having him go around and pick up other brothers and stuff to take them to safety.
To a bunker.
He said that the UPS truck was like protected, so it's like nobody could like fuck with him when it was driving. It was like the Spirit was on a UPS truck.
Another brother had a similar thing. He said he was driving around the van, taking brothers to a bunker. He's like, bro, you gonna come and me? They can't catch me up. You start driving around. Like, bro, it's gonna be off, bro. Expect miracles, bro. The Lord gonna keep the elect, bro. Like a limited build that that bitch is not going on me. It's not going on me at all. You know? The Lord put a visibility cloak on you. You can't even see. You can live through the midst of the people and still can't be seen by them. Alright? And he's a tough for what's he done with it. I wish I did that. Yep. You walk right through there. There's something strong. You walk right through there. Huh? Okay, so this is all this
Power, bro.
spiritual power. Verse 28, divine intervention. Expect miracles. Expect the Lord to build and tap in more. The Lord going to show us more and more, bro. It's only going up. It's only on the elevator. Verse 28, it says, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord YAHAWASHI, verse 29, my hand shall cover thee, so that my children shall not see hell.
Yeah, the Lord says, hands are going to help you, but thy children shall not be hell.
Shall not see hell.
Shall not see hell.
Which means to die. It's not talking about the spiritual, it's not talking about a literal place, hell. Hell is a condition or the grave. These children are not going to die. Because when this time comes, a lot of children are going to die, bro. Children are going to be the easiest ones, the first ones to go. The children, the elderly and the children. They're going to be the first ones to go, but our children are going to be alive. When everybody else, what happened with Pharaoh? In Egypt, all the firstborn sons died. Brothers up here got sons, brother. The Lord going to make our sons survive. Because that plague going to come again through America, and our sons are going to live.
And we can play the chat. That one thing for brothers with children.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
He was born to like the Lord ain't going to take it. Your house. The scripture. Yep. This is the book of 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. Let Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And we ain't ignorant of Satan's devices. Now, the word Satan goes into adversary. So who's the adversary? Who's the main antagonist? Esau Edom. Okay? We ain't ignorant of his devices. His devices goes into his schemes or plans. This stuff is planning up. Blocks. That's right. Okay? So what's going on is this stuff is happening this society that you can't be ignorant of. And if you're ignorant of it, you're going to fall for the trap, huh? All right? Basic scriptures off of the video on Brother Bard in the restaurant. We had a holographic panther running through the football stadium, huh? Okay, it looked real. It looked like you could touch it. It looked like if it comes up, you can do something new. Okay? They're going to be able to do this and more.
That goes into sorcery, bro. Yep. They made a magical beast appear, which is what when you watch that movie,
I'm saying Project Bluebeam.
Project Bluebeam, yeah. But when you watch that movie, King Arthur, in the beginning where they had the elephants and you had those magi that was inside of it, making that damn. Yeah, the sorcerers. They was doing witchcraft, bro, to make them big ass elephants come there and destroy everything. That's all Esau doing. It's witchcraft, it's sorcery, standing on enchantment.
Yeah.
You know?
That's Ephesians chapter 6.
Because he can make you see some shit that's not there. You know? And then the shit jumped up there and it grabbed the damn flag. You know? Esau got this technology, man.
That's right. So, bring this up.
I got it.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. Okay? Which, the miracles, when you consider miracles, who was going around talking about the miracles? YAHAWASHI Mashiach. YAHAWASHI was on the earth. He did the miracles, man. What were these miracles? He caused the lame to walk, the deaf to speak, alright? The deaf to hear, to watch it. Okay? He caused the blind to see. These are miracles. Alright, but this devil's saying he can do that with this seed, man. Okay? The MOTV. He's going to be able to do these type of miracles as long as he inserts himself inside of you. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Okay, and then this MOTV is going to make you more susceptible to his deception. Alright? All these people when they got yabbed up, that made you more susceptible. Now this MOTV is going to top it all off. It's going to be the icing on the cake. It's going to be very gullible to the devil. It's going to rely and depend upon the system. Okay, that's what he wants you to do. Now he got you in his grasp. It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by his sword and did live. So what? You're not the wound by the sword and did live. Rome. Okay? This is Rome. America is Rome divine. They're bringing back some ways. They're bringing their ways back to life. Okay? And you see this, the things being
done through AI, how AI can regulate the get the bill. Okay? You see the devil on pass over 100 degrees in his first day in office, man. Alright? What does that sound like to you? This devil's about to make it happen. We believe Trump will come with it, man. So you gotta be on your watchtower, you gotta be on your P's and Q's. Because things are very deceptive, things are about to happen.
They don't have time to be doing things.
That's right. We're running out of time. Like Revelation 12:4.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 10. Never trust thy enemy.
Never trust your enemy. You gotta be careful what you watch in the news too. Be careful what you're looking up in the media. Guys, be careful what you're doing lessons on, because a lot of these things may be propaganda. A lot of news may be watered down or diluted. Fake news. Like Trump said, they making fake news about him.
Yeah, you got AI, fucking deepfakes.
Yep. Yep. We're in a very deceptive time, and this devil, he's utilizing his weapons, blessings, which is the sword and deception, right? Okay? And now his deception, now you see his deception is wearing off because these other nations are exposing him. What is he resorting to? The sword. Like we brought out earlier, this devil got 2 nuclear submarines pulled up over there in Russia, man. Okay? So things are about to get very technical.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
And you 2/3 niggas, you got a history of trusting this devil, man. Time and time again, we've been in captivity to this devil, we trusted him. Instead of trusting in your power, YAHAWASHI. What the scripture say, woe be to them that go down to Egypt for help. If you keep going to these devils, eventually they're going to hurt you, man. You're going to be permanently damaged to where you can't return. And we just had that happen in 2020. Right? People are still suffering from the They said, be injured. They said now, this is a record-breaking time to where how do you say it? For the woman that's not having children. They can't have children. The birth rate has dropped down to the lowest that it's ever been. This is record-breaking in America, man. Okay?
They've been sterilized.
Yeah, they've been sterilized. And this is what they've been seeking to do. And now you see these videos popping up of what Bill Gates was talking about a few years ago. If we do a very good job with the yabs, we can bring the population down.
Yo.
That flew over everybody's heads.
For real.
But now it's starting to make sense. Because now that birth rate has dropped to the lowest point it's ever been here in America, man.
Use the celebrity money to push that agenda to not have the kids.
Right.
Be a hot girl. You slut.
Hey, they said there's nothing wrong with population. They actually said if all the world was gathered, there's so much land in the world, that if all the people in the world were gathered together, they could fit them in one of the states in America.
There's no such thing as overpopulation. Because the Lord says he's going to multiply.
That's a deception.
Right, that's deception. And the Lord has a perfect filtering system.
Right.
The spirit comes in, the spirit goes out.
Global warming is a deception. The Lord created the sun, and the sun was created to do service to the earth. Right. So how can the earth get too hot? These things are created in balance on purpose.
Yeah.
They're lying, bro.
Yeah.
So they got all these fear tactics they put inside of your head to force you to do what? Rely on them. So that when this comes out, there's no guarantee. Hey, you gonna take it without a doubt, man. You gonna run to these niggas and get that secret.
And that's why they push a doctrine that's about not believing in God. Because really the Lord made the earth self-sufficient. The earth can maintain itself. But Esau said there is no God, and you just, we was all just space dust. And we got to stop the sun from getting too hot. What the fuck you doing?
The ice caps melting.
Yeah, the sun was born, was here before you was even born, and all of a sudden you got to change it.
They talk about the ice caps melting. Florida may be underwater
What
soon.
they call it?
The Lord said He divided the water from the sand.
And the water don't take over the land.
Right. Exactly. So these devils are lying. If you just do a little reading and research, you're gonna find this out for yourself. Because these people are so dependent upon the system and lazy and ignorant, they fall for all the traps. So it's very simple and easy to be protected by YAHAWASHI if you really just sought them out. But these niggas don't want to seek them out. They say, speak unto us lies, prophesy deceits. Therefore, you are deceived in a very deceptive time.
Hey, bro, and that's why they love it here in America so much, because they don't have to do things like look into stuff or do do research. They don't have to do that no more. Now it's just like the palm of their hand if they want to. Now they can just sit back and relax and chill. They don't really have to worry about doing all the research when it comes to stuff. Because America itself has given them all they needed to be fucking snuffed out, man.
Right.
You know? The worry and the cares of this and that, they're giving them enough goddamn toys in the box, so to speak, to play with for them to be distracted. To not do those things like what you do.
Yeah, and then when they do kind of research at the palm of their hand, it's giving them, they ain't giving them a direct answer what the truth will be. Yeah. It's giving them all these different paths they can choose to take and believe in. All right? You're entitled to your own opinion. You're entitled to your own beliefs.
This is Revelations 12 and 12, right?
Yeah.
This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It reads, therefore rejoice in heaven, and ye that dwell in them, woe meaning destruction to the inhabitants of the earth.
And ye that dwell in the heavens. How do we dwell in the heavens? By thinking heaven. The scripture say our conversation is in heaven. Our minds are on the heavens. Our minds are on the prophecies. Our minds are constantly meditating on YAHAWASHI. Now the day goes by, and the name of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, does not come out of our mouths. Okay? But you niggas have been getting away with it for far too long. Now it's come time to pay up. And you're going to be on the other side of that judgment, man. You don't want to be on the opposing side of the Creator, who's created all things for His pleasure, even your own destruction.
It says, woe is meaning destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
So this devil coming down into you, this mind is dwelling in this world. That's why Micah 2 and 10 said, rise ye in the park. Okay, you can grab that another child. Because what? Your mind is so fixated upon this world, so thick upon worldly affairs, you can't receive the instructions of the Lord YAHAWASHI. You can't receive the gospel. You can't receive the truth. Somebody grab second
It says, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Because he knows that he has, so this devil knows his time is running out. That's why he's making all these hasty decisions. Now he's got nuclear missiles over there at the border of Russia and submarines. They ready to go. And he said it's just a precaution. But these devils are on edge. They in the office running around like chickens with their head cut off. Because of all these things that are rising up. The dollar's crashing. Famine is on the rise. Pestilence on the rise. Okay? These other nations are rising up. Their technology is far succeeding America's technology, especially China's. Yeah. That's why this devil has made it part of his plan to regulate AI. Which I just did a lesson on the other day. AI is going to be regulating YouTube age verification process. Now they're going to require you to ID yourself. Okay? My job is regulating AI. That changed the whole way I got to work. Now my boss is AI.
Dang.
So if you ain't seeing what's going on, you ain't watching, man. You ain't on your watchtower.
You is autistic.
That's right. It's right in your face what these doubles are doing. He's establishing this NWO in your face. He just ain't announced it yet, man.
Yeah, and he's trying to do it as fast as he can before it just becomes obvious to the eye.
Well, what they say, we're in a race to get to China.
Yeah, exactly. In a race to get to China, but China already got you beat by like how many races?
Right. China already won.
Yeah. It says, bringing that back actually, it says,
Hey, and you see China's system, they have a social credit system, man. Where if you fucking jaywalk wrong, you ain't gonna be able to, to get food for the next week. Social credit system, your credit system is based off of your social interactions. You cut somebody out, all that shit everything is being recorded. You got cameras everywhere, and everything is being recorded. And if you behave in the slightest way of bad, they showed you that on the movie on that show Black Mirror too. She was arguing with the lady at the desk for the airplane ticket, and her credit score was going down, and she couldn't even get a ride home after that. So when America's in a race against China, meaning they gonna move to do all that and then some even faster.
Right. Hey, and it's
right. And he will, whether you like it or not. There's going to be death and bloodshed over these 2 days. You got people questioning. There was an article not too long ago talking about the religious leaders questioning whether AI is going to interfere with human values, okay, and their morals and ethics, all right? Because they're moving so fast, it's hard to hard to understand whether or not they still don't have their rights as people. When AI comes in now.
Yeah, you had over there. I had a coworker about 4 to 5 years ago who actually had that chip in his hand, man, in his right hand. He had it in his hand. He sold it right hand, in his right hand. And the thing was, because brother going to the what is it called, social credit system, and he was that's how it led into those things, because we were just talking about certain things, and he was talking about how they got it like that. Where if you used to jaywalk
In Japan?
yeah, and you used to do something wrong, that they will pretty much, stripe you for that. They'll hit you, and they'll take away whatever they're gonna take away. And he was telling me about it and how he was born and how he got born, and then he got to a point where they put that thing in him. So I was like, when I seen it, I was like, yo, that's easy. What are we going into? This is reality, man.
Right.
And over there in Japan, they already in advance.
They got that internal, the brother was saying, the social credit system. Their cameras, they have cameras regulated by AI over there in China, man. Okay, so when the cameras see you, they can identify you and pull up your record immediately.
Facial recognition.
Facial recognition. And I had a vision of that, bro. A couple of years ago. A couple of years back, I had a vision, and I was in the outskirts of the city, and I was with a few brothers. And a female cop was coming through, patrolling the outskirts of the city, and we ambushed her and captured her. And we said, we need you to take us to the city so we can get one of our brothers back. Because they took one of our brothers in and arrested him, man. Okay? And so she let us in the car, all right? She ended up siding with us because we taught the truth to her. She sided with us and said, damn, yeah, what they're doing, I don't agree with it. She took us through the city, and when she took us through the city, as I observed the city, every building was riddled with cameras. And when you got in there, she was telling us how hard it is to get in and out of the city. She said, you're not going to make it if you go into the city without being accepted by the system. When we got into the city, immediately the cameras identified us as not a part of their system. Immediately drones were sent. Officers were sent on foot. We had to run, we had to escape. And because our female officer agreed with us so much, she got put to death trying to fight for us. But we got away. We ended up getting to the brother and breaking him out. I don't remember exiting the city. I woke up after meeting the brother. But the whole point was the city was riddled with AI cameras. Cameras regulated by AI that identified you to see if you were accepted by the system. What kind of person were you?
Yep. And the difference is now is that right now you got cameras now, but somebody got to watch the cameras. Somebody got to sit there and watch the camera. They got to go take a piss break. They got to blink. They got to, they got to take a phone call. So they might not be always watching the cameras, but if you got AI watching that motherfucker, the AI is going to watch everything, and if it keeps one thing, it's going to notify the person supposed to be watching the cameras. So that means that there is no escaping that, man.
You watch that one movie with Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah, Eagle Eye.
Eagle Eye, yeah. It's showing, bro, these aren't just movies, okay? This is reality.
Or with Ed Snowden.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Snowden,
Yeah, he was working with the CIA, and he exposed them about how they got an eagle eye around us. Hey, it's a new movie out, bro. I gotta bring it out. I fell asleep on it, but I gotta watch it again. It's a new movie out, and it's kind of cringy and corny. Cause it's an alien movie. I wish they would have just stuck with the first concept. Yeah, well, Ice Cube, War of the World. Yeah, I started watching that shit, bro, and he was like working for the CIA, and he was like they were showing you in the movie how they can watch your ass anywhere in the world at any time, all the time. Because he was a CIA agent and he was watching his daughter through, the cameras and shit, So they can tap into these cameras. They can be watching you and identify you anywhere you at. Hack into your phone and your whatever. That shit is real. And they showed you that in the movie with Ice Cube. They had Ice Cube playing the main character, and they were showing you through his character all the shit he can do as a CIA agent. You think they just making anything? That's just entertainment?
That's what that whole 911 thing is about.
More control.
So that they can, interfere in the promises of Americans.
I just saw an article came out, or maybe it was a video brother did. He was saying how now AI can, persecute you for a crime that you ain't even do yet. Like off of, what's that movie called? With Tom Hanks. Not Tom Hanks, goddammit. Tom Cruise. Right. Tom Cruise. Nah. What was it? They had the come on, y'all know Minority Report. Y'all don't know that Adam Sandler movie? Y'all gotta get shit together, man. Minority Report. Look it up. Watch that movie. That's what they about to do. They about to have it where if you even think about committing a crime, they gonna come kick in your door, beat your ass, and lock you up before you even commit the crime.
Hey, you had also too the sheriff Chad Chronister, he was showing how if someone goes on a police chase or someone gets kidnapped, how the city of Florida, they have cameras everywhere. It was kind of like that Fast and the Furious God all-seeing eye thing, and it was literally big old flat screens with like 100 cameras on each, and they have them. And if brothers ain't been noticing on the highways too, they're adding more cameras. Like every other pole is not a light pole; it's a camera.
Yeah, another thing too to show you, they be doing that. They showed you that in that movie with the Simpsons, man. And they had a scene where they were showing you how they got like everybody on the cameras, man. Like they got everybody on cameras. They have people on the phone calls. They just listen.
That's one.
They all listening in. They dialing in on you, which shows you that Esau ain't got all these hundreds of satellites, stored up there for no reason, man.
Right.
Okay, so he's using that to his advantage.
That goes to the scripture, I will ascend above the heavens, I will be like the Most High. Alright, because the Lord said what? My eyes are at the place, beholding the good and the evil. This devil wants to put his eye in every place. He wants to see everything. He wants total control. And eventually he's trying to put his eye inside of you. Okay? You got that?
Yeah. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 12. It says, stand not with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit.
From their youth, they think it's a sorcery and all this shit. Hey, Revelation tells you the nations were mad, okay, because by the sorceries of Babylon, they were deceived. Okay? So
Yeah, and when Esau realized that the Most High wasn't messing with him, he went to Satan. He got his power from the left-hand side. So you was always dealing with these sorceries and being a damn warlock, man. That's why they was pushing, Harry Potter who was growing up and shit. Esau always been into that sorcery, bro.
you want that spiritual power that King Jake had.
Yep. And they went to the left-hand side to get it.
My brother said it. He said AI is nothing more than a small Ouija board.
Right.
Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence means demon. Artificial means man-made. I think if he really just normalizing going to spirits. There's a spirit on that AI shit, bro.
That's why this place is free. Lord will destroy it because God is wicked.
It's a wicked of us.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of these women that's obsessed with Chat GPT. I know there's one girl, like, no matter what happens in life, she goes and she always says, let me ask Chat GPT, let me ask this, let me ask that. And when you bring up a point to her in person to show facts, she asks Chat GPT, and if it doesn't agree, she doesn't agree with it. It's like that. That's her God. That's her ruler.
Yeah, because that's gonna be the thing too. When now you got Siri and shit, people gonna have this implanted inside their body, like off an upgrade, and the shit was talking to them. So it's gonna be like Siri inside your damn body, Siri inside your head. You ain't gonna be able to talk. All you gotta do is think, and it's gonna answer the question in your mind. So instead of your conscience being between you and the Most High, now it's between you and this technology.
When you want control, it's gonna be asking if you want control over your own body again.
That's why they got stuff like when it comes to Facebook, they got Meta, and they got these what they call it, VR, something like that. The technology they advancing with virtual reality, where you starting to tap into that pretty much slumber, right? Because they gonna want you to be in a state of mind when all these things come off. They gonna be able to have it already normalized, man. Where you can just tap into that kind of universe of digital, man.
Ready for your work.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's a good movie. Everything's just digital. And you just embrace it. Oh, this is digital. That's digital. Game digital. You know?
And you get all your dopamine from that virtual reality.
Exactly.
You go there, it's like a drug. You go in there, I can do whatever I want to do in this world. In the real world, I ain't shit. I got nothing.
Well, you already using the technology within your game. You see? They're already giving you that kind of satisfaction to the flesh within that virtual reality.
Now, Swamp said, you don't have nothing to do that. What do you mean by that? He said, you will eat bugs. What did he mean by that? Right? And you know, if you didn't know, a lot of these protein shakes are made from bugs, made from locusts. Locust bean gum. Okay? That protein is coming from bugs. Okay, so they're going to get you fixated on a protein-dense diet full of bugs.
I was reading.
That was it?
It says, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail.
Yeah, so let your stargazers and sorcerers deliver you. Let's see how far they get. Goes on to say that.
Yeah. It says, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the
Counsel every day, bro. You think they're not counseling every day as much as brothers in the truth, as much as we counsel? These devils counseling twice as much, man. They're trying to keep their kingdom. If you knew that your kingdom was leaving, how hard would you be counseling?
Hey, Will Smith said in the movie I Am Legend, he said the people that are fighting to make this world, the people that are striving to make this world more evil aren't taking the day off, so watch it out. He said in the movie.
And that's why we don't take no days off.
Yeah, give them no rest.
These motherfuckers going hard for the NWO.
Yeah,
They
can feel that throne is slipping from their hands. But their time is up. There's nothing to do about it. They're not, the Lord, so what? They're not going to stand fast for a minute in their leadership, man. Okay? Job 5, they've been given the bounds that they cannot pass.
It says, let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, Salakia, stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Let them save you, because they, like the brother said, they sought to Satan. They sought after Satan because they couldn't get the Lord YAHAWASHI. They didn't have the Lord YAHAWASHI, so they sought after Satan. Man. They want to manipulate the elements. They want to manipulate spiritual power. Okay? They can't. That's just the bottom line of it. So let's see if these strong miracles that you can do to deliver from the spiritual. Let's create these things.
This is Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart. For this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
So the scriptures have instructed us to arise and depart from this place. If you got some mind in this world thinking about what you're going to do tomorrow, forget about it. Okay? Because all hell can break this tomorrow. And you won't be right with the Lord. Y'all must be shot. If all hell does break this tomorrow, it's going to be too late. The limited can be any minute. So, hey, every other hour we get new news articles of them progressing towards war. Okay? But this society progressing towards collapse. At any minute, these devils will keep their door down and say, this is what's going on now. Get right or die. Get right with our program or lay down and die. And that's the bottom line. Are you going to accept this devil's NWO, his New World Order, or are you going to get right with the Lord? Which one are you going to stand for? Are you going to stand for the Lord, for righteousness, or what the Lord has set up for us? Or are you going to stand for wickedness and evil?
It says, if a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and strong drink, he shall even be the prophet of this people.
Yeah, and that's what these fake, these false prophets going to rise up and tell you that you still in good times, telling that you're in the kingdom already. Okay? Don't believe them, man. They're going to tell you that they're the Messiah. Don't believe them. All right? You have King Ahab of Israel, aforetime. He didn't like coming to the prophet Micah, I believe it was. He didn't like coming to the prophet Micah because what? He said, this prophet always speaks bad of me. But he was always telling the truth. He was always telling what was really going to happen. So then when he sought after his hundreds of prophets, they all told him, hey, if you go to war, you're going to win. But Micah told him, you're going to die in that war. He didn't believe it. Micah told him the truth. Right? So what we're telling you is the truth. Though it hurts, though it sounds like it's going to be grievous, it's the truth. They want us to prophesy to the smooth things. And we sound like a broken record. We say the same thing every week. But it's because the Lord wants us to. See?
Well, actually, it sounds like a broken record to build.
Yeah.
But really, this is how the record being played.
So us is refreshing on repeat. You see? That's even that good.
That's all wrong. You know, you heard a song so good, you got to play it back. The back, and the back, and the back. Because the more you know us, the more you hear the song, you start to tune into the song. You start hearing the words, the melody, the background. You see? And that's how it is for us brothers, man. With the spirit playing by YAHAWASHI. We're able to hear all of those, you know, things that are in sync when it comes to this song. With the spirit playing by YAHAWASHI. That's why you can never get tired of it. That's why it's never ending. You see? Because it's that song that's being constantly sang, okay, amongst the Lord's men. Okay? The spirit playing by YAHAWASHI.
Yeah, Isaiah 4:1 coming to play. Yeah, they coming on the hair cover. They looking to clean, man.
Yeah.
They coming out to see what we're talking about? No, it's just a bunch of men up here. Women are surviving, so they're seeking for somebody to protect them, man. All right? Isaiah 4:1 is living. It's coming alive. If you watch these videos, TikTok and shit, these women talking about freedom for one man now. All right? They ain't no more talking about independence and, oh, this and that. I'm Mrs. Bad, the queen. Nah, man. They ain't none of that shit anymore. Society is collapsing, inflation is rising. These women are looking to clean.
That's right!
They don't have standards anymore.
Yeah, because most of these bitches homeless.
Yeah, yep, exactly. Most bitches living out of their car. You got models living in their car, bro.
Still staying on their mama and shit.
Yup. Ain't real, man.
And,
Yep.
and brothers going up.
Exactly.
They got their own shit, got a vehicle. These bitches ain't got shit now, bro. You meet a woman, she ain't got nothing to her name.
That's not.
But what to call you broke because you won't send her money.
Right. Especially the men of the Lord. You can't stress the men of the Lord is glorifying his men.
right.
As society is collapsing, we've always remained in the same state, bro.
Yeah.
We've always been taken care of.
Yeah.
So as society is collapsing, these niggas scraping up their pennies to get a loaf of bread. We still in the same state we've been before the inflation, man.
Start going up.
Right.
Investments in
Our
Yahweh
stock going up. Right, exactly.
Hey, yo.
I got an app. You send me the XRP out.
No, we seeing fucking every hour on down. That's it. XRP go down $4.50. Yo, our stock going up fucking 10,000. Right.
Skyrocket.
Because we invested in something that cannot die. We invested in immortality, in eternity, in YAHAWASHI.
In life.
In life, the water. You niggas invested in death, temporary things. You're investing in pleasures of sin for a season.
Hey, that's the heavenly treasures, man. We have my treasures in the heaven.
Where moth and rust is not corrupt. And moth and rust is not corrupting your society.
That's right. And bro, our stocks is going up, man, because they came, they started smiling, they all googling and stuff. They
Had a couple.
They out there want to go somewhere. They just can't see us. You feel me? And they like the way Jake look, man. You know? They fuck the spirit.
They was amazed.
We had one before we came to camp staring at me and this brother. You know, so women, bro,
They see that light.
Yeah.
And these other heathen nations, their women, they see it more than our women do. Our women are so fucking stupid, they don't see it. But these other nations, their women see it. They know who's gonna be the next rulers.
Yeah.
You see the power translated from one people to another. Another thing about Isaiah 42 verse 1 and 2.
That's why all they band over there look like dorks. And they came over here to look for real men.
Yeah. That's great. And they all came too. Not one, not two.
They all smiling.
They all smiling.
Hey, but we
They peeking around the tree and shit.
around the corner.
They peeking behind each other's back.
Yeah.
Which one you? And they was choosing.
They was
choosing, man.
hopefully that vibration is coming with the brothers, man. All right, brothers looking strong, healthy. You know what I'm saying? You got strong. He can look scrawny, weak. And not only that, now their power is falling out of their hands. They're already scrawny and weak and frail, but now they're losing that power as well because their kingdom is starting to fail. All right? You know, with Esau, Edom. All right? So you got this woman trying to go find Jake man now. All right? Trying to go cleave on to Jake man. You know, you go around, all right, in downtown Tampa. You just walk down there, you know, you're going to see all the little snow bunnies just watching you, bro. All right? That's how it is, you know, these different videos Jake come out with. All right? They just stepping on all the snow bunnies, bro. There's nobody shit. They stepping on us. They want us now. We ain't got to say that. We're going to get to a point where we have to beat them off. Right. They flock to you. They flock to Jake Skyline. You know, Isaiah 32 and verse 1 in the NLT. Look, a righteous king is coming. And an honest princes will rule with him.
The righteous king is coming, man. YAHAWASHI. Alright? To rule, man. Alright, to bring back righteousness, to bring back order, to set things back into its righteous order, man. Alright? And that's why, you know, you got these women starting to get back in their order. Because that time is starting, the season's starting to change, man. That independent, all that is over with, man.
The world is changing.
Okay? The world is changing, man. And the Lord's going to put his man on top with him. Alright? But, you know, the Lord's coming back, and then he's going to have his righteous princes ruling under him, which is brothers, man. The man of the Lord. That's coming out here every weekend, all right, to serve the Lord YAHAWASHI on the side. Giving them their time for reasonable service, man. Okay? Go ahead.
It says each one will be like a shelter from the wind and a refuge from the storm,
Exactly.
like streams of water in the desert, and the shadow of a great rock in a parched land.
Yeah. So each one of us is going to be like a refuge, man. All right? A river, a stream, all right, a river, a stream, all right, in the desert, man. All right? That's why these women are going to start cleaving unto brothers. That's why, you know, you're going to see people trying to follow after you. You're going to have to lead people into the truth. All right? Because they're going to feel that spirit on you, man. All right? It's going to be radiating off of your spirit. You know what I'm saying?
I got that covenant phone. Go ahead, finish this.
Okay. Yeah, man. You know that spirit is being felt on brothers, man. All right, you can feel it now. All right, they can feel it now. We've been feeling it. We've been seeing it. All right, you see a brother, he just glowing, bro. Now you just got these regular, you know, 2/3 chicks. All right, and heathen women as well. And even the heathens, they start to see it. They gonna have to acknowledge the power, man. All right. Esau trying so hard not to though. Esau like, nah, bro. You know, but he feeling in his spirit. He's feeling in his spirit. You see Jake out here preaching against his kingdom, prophesying the destruction of his kingdom. All right. So he know that time is coming, man.
And you a young man too, like, bro, you a young lord, bro. Bro, you like, bros be like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Exactly.
And like, damn, like the Lord tapping into you.
Exactly. Hey, because ultimately the Lord, you know, the Lord says, I have chosen the foolish to confound the wise. Right. All right, so the Lord has chosen the less of this earth to be the more in the next earth to come. All right, think about, you know, with King David, man. He was the youngest of all his brothers. All right, so and he was chosen to be the king. You know, exactly. All right.
In verse 3 it says, then everyone who has eyes will be able to see the truth, and everyone who has ears will be able to hear it.
So they're gonna be able to see the truth and they're gonna be able to hear it. All right, that has the ears and the eyes, man. All right, because it's going to be undeniable at that point. You know, you see brothers out here calling upon the name of the Lord and flying. It's going to be undeniable at that point. You're going to see brothers out here, you know, just walking through Jacob's trouble like it's nothing. All right, like it's just a walk in the park. All right, with the spirit of a sound mind. All right, of courage on it. All right, and people are going to try to cleave into brothers for that.
So that's the mind. That's the mind stuff. All hell breaking loose, calamity, stress, mourning. The reason why you rejoicing, you got a smile on your face, keep going. Right? Everybody looking like, who is he?
Hey, they don't even got to see it. It's going to be people trying to hit you up because they going to know it.
Yeah.
You know, about, you know, he was telling me this, he was telling me that. So people that probably, you know, cut you off or ghosted you back in the day, you know, they're going to try to hit you up and try to get answers and try to follow after you and try to learn. Then, I bet it's going to be too late for them. All right? Because they're going to know, okay, damn, Jake was right, bro. Your brothers was right. Okay? Go ahead.
And we're going to say, even the hotheads will be full of sense and understanding.
So even the hotheads will be full of sense and understanding. They going to understand that. They going to know. The nerds. Look at the door, somebody.
Hey, y'all get on their ass. What the fuck y'all scared for, man? These heathens.
It says, full of sense and understanding.
They trying to hear the truth too. Tell them what's the truth, man.
Those
This looks cool. What you guys want?
Hey.
What we're doing is preaching that the so-called Black Latino Native Americans are the true people of the Lord. YAHAWASHI. Yahweh being who they even call God, and YAHAWASHI who they even call Jesus Christ. That's not the true names in Hebrew. That's their real name. Yahweh being He is, YAHAWASHI being He delivers.
Okay.
So these are the chosen people of the Bible.
Okay.
Right here, we've got the Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Dominicans, and we're also preaching that the 12 tribes of Israel, that the true, Lord of the Bible is the so-called black man. All right, what they will call a black man or African American. Huh?
The white man lies.
Yeah. And this is.
But you knew that, right?
Yeah, you knew that. And this is fake. All right, this is what one of the Coptic councils that these devils have, where they put, his real name is Caesar Borgia, but they call him Jesus Christ. In the churches, they put him up in the churches, they preach him, just tell people lies.
Yeah.
All right? Now, you don't see yourself in the sign, do you? No.
Do y'all believe in the Bible?
Huh?
Do y'all believe in the Bible?
We're Muslims.
Muslims. Okay. Well, y'all going to that?
What that? Alright, so mostly these are the other nations. Alright, these probably right here, Ishmael.
Okay.
And mostly, according to the scriptures, you won't be under, a slave to us. That's because, you're not us in the religion and enslaved, and well, it's only fair. Same thing with Esau, Edom. Same thing with all these other nations. The Lord's coming back to save Israel.
Yeah. So basically, in the very near future, the world as we know it is going to change, and there's going to be a new era, a new rulership where the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians are going to be in power.
Is there like a reason why it's like in America, like under Israel, there's concrete stuff like that, or is that just like
Is that what?
is it arbitrary, or is like why is like Caucasians under?
Well, it's just it's just coincidental.
Okay.
But because the real Israel,
Is the people you described?
that's right. That the real Israel is the Israelites of the Bible, which happen to be the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians. But Esau, which is the Caucasians today, they're Edom, and they're in power right now. It was a prophecy in the Bible that two nations will be in power over the whole earth. It will be either Esau or Jacob. Right now, Esau is in power, but Jacob is going to come in power next. So we happen to be Jacob. That's why we out here establishing the kingdom right now on this side, because we're going to be the next world rulers to rule the world and the earth as we know it. That means the whole nation, the whole world. Okay, let me ask y'all this. And y'all know about in y'all own country, right? When the C-19 came, COVID-19, right? Yeah. Y'all had to wear masks.
Yep.
Y'all had to social distance. Why? Because the white man says so.
Okay.
So he's in power right now. Okay, when you go to buy something, you gotta use money. Whose face is on the money? The white man, right? So he's in power. He's ruling the world. The American dollar is the world reserve currency, and it has no power behind it right now. But it's still the world reserve currency because this man is in power. So and now that he's going out of power, we're going to be in power, and you guys are going to serve us. You see what I'm saying?
How would you feel if like Obama in power?
What do you say?
How would you feel if like they put Obama on the dollar?
Well, Obama is a Hamite. Obama will be a so-called African. We're not African. We are Israelites from the tribe of Judah and our respective tribes. But Africans, which Obama was, he wasn't us.
Okay.
So we don't really care too much about Obama. We know they put Obama in office to deceive and they make you think that because we both brown, we're the same people, but that's not true.
Not all brown people are the same people.
But yeah, so and that's the gospel. America's gonna be destroyed with thermonuclear fire. Because right now you see things getting tense here in America, right? When this happens, somebody grab that real quick, a chase roll, real quick, because y'all come from India, right? Yeah, and y'all flew in here. So y'all was y'all born here in America? Is what I'm asking you.
Yes.
Y'all was born in America?
Yeah.
Okay, but you got family still in India,
Yes, sure.
right? And they come and visit every now and then. So the time we're coming into, go ahead, because your parents, they weren't born in America, were they? So they migrated in, had you guys. Now you guys are here. But this land that we're standing on right now, America is prophesied to be destroyed with thermonuclear missiles. So when this time comes, your family is going to tell y'all to go back to India. And y'all going to flee. Go ahead. Who got it?
Book of Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 14. And it shall be as the chased robe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall, every man, turn to his own people.
Right. Every man, every nation is going to turn to their own people. So y'all going to stick to your own people. We're going to stick to our own people. Go ahead.
And flee everyone into his own land.
all these other nations that's here in America, because America's a melting pot, right? You got all these different nations here. When they get, because it's gonna get bad in this country. It's already getting kind of bad. Y'all can tell, right? It's gonna get real bad, and it's gonna be a climax up into these thermonuclear missiles. So when that happens, y'all gonna flee back into y'all country to run from this destruction, and we gonna meet y'all over there, put y'all in slavery. Okay? Now, would y'all rather be in slavery to us or be in slavery to the white man?
Probably just not enslaved.
I mean, you don't have a choice. It's one or the other.
But when somebody rules the world, there also has to be slaves, right?
Right.
So that means when somebody else comes into rulership, there's going to be some people that are in subjection as well. So would you rather be in subjection to us or in subjection to the white man that's ruling right now? How are y'all going to come into power?
Because once America's destroyed, Brandon, come over here. Once America's destroyed with thermonuclear missiles, the Lord's going to come and beam up his people with those chariots. You ever heard of a UFO?
Yeah.
The Bible calls them chariots. All right, the angels are in these vehicles, which the angels happen to be black, like the Lord is black, as you've seen, right? So when America's destroyed, the Lord's going to beam up his people. They're going to be changed. Let me ask you a question. Y'all like anime?
Is that like the rapture?
That's basically what they call the rapture, but this is the true rapture. You won't find rapture in the Bible at all, by the way. But this is what they trying to, illustrate when they say the rapture. But the true so-called rapture is only for the elect of Israel. So when America is destroyed and Israel is destroyed, the world is going to be in a place of pandemonium, and the Lord is going to send his people back down with spiritual power.
Israel destroyed the American nation.
China, Russia, Iran, they all got nukes, right? They're going to send the nukes over here. Trump, we just went into it earlier, Trump just sent 2 nuclear submarines over there to Russia. So as that nuclear war is intensifying, it's Bible prophecy, America is going to be completely destroyed, even by its own allies, with thermonuclear missiles. America's a superpower right now, right? So once America gets taken out, everybody else think they're gonna have a chance, but really we're gonna be the ones that's gonna be the next runners up. And when we come into power, all the nations are gonna bow down to us.
So everyone else is gonna be decimated and y'all gonna be left.
Well, not everybody else. I mean, if you're on the shores of America, if you're in America and you don't get out here before these nukes come, you're gonna die. So, to answer your question, when these missiles come, this is our belief. This is our faith. This is what the Bible tells us. In the Bible, it says that what they call UFOs, unidentified flying objects, they're identified in the Bible as the chariots. When the Lord left, he left on a cloud, right? As he called it a cloud, but it was really a chariot, a ship. They just came out saying how a ship is coming into orbit here very soon here. So what's going to happen is, that rapture they told you about is going to be the elect getting beamed up, which is going to be a small number of our people here in America. They're going to get beamed up into these ships, and they're going to be delivered from this impending destruction and doom. Now, if y'all still here, when them nukes coming, y'all not going to get beamed up. Y'all going to die. You're going to be born again. Y'all believe in reincarnation? No? Okay, well, it don't matter. You're going to be born again, and you're going to be born on the plantation. Okay? Now, those women over there, are those y'all women? Family, sister, brothers, cousins? Sisters? Okay, all right. So yeah. And y'all all Indian, right? Indian or Arab? Mix of both, because Arab just means a mix of nations. So the point we're trying to take, and listen, don't get it wrong too, because I gotta make clarifications. Some of y'all could be Israelites. Our people were scattered all over the world in slavery. So in your country, you're gonna see some of our people over there. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that in your country, have y'all ever been to y'all home countries? You ever see people over there that look like y'all, but they darker skin and got woolly hair? Yeah, that's our people over there. Our people were scattered all over the world, and y'all could be some of our people too. We don't know. But we just saying as a whole, your people from your countries are going to be slaves to us in the world to come very soon. Whether you believe it or not. No problem. Y'all have a good one. That's the gospel. That's that quick. That easy. You gotta let them know. You gotta let them know. They came over here to want to find out. We ain't going to y'all. They came to us. So now we gotta let you know. We gonna let you know. Y'all gotta be on that. Be hip on that. Motherfucker come up. Hey, whatever you talking about, what you talking about? Stop that real quick. Hey. So they could be Israelites. You know? Get on their ass real quick. And it was cool. You know, they at least one of them probably could. You know? Yeah, the Lord sent them for that reason, you know? But they heard the gospel. The gospel you preach to the whole world, and then shall the end come. Their family had them come all the way over here. They brought him over here to America for this woman right here to hear this word and truth and it be still.
The women don't did that. They wanted to be subject to us. That's why they came over back to the family. Right.
We're gonna be fucking slaves. And then the woman gonna be concubine. Yeah. And they was cool with that. You seen their face? They started twirling their hair and shit, smiling, hiding behind a tree. Yeah, we know what time it is, man. The whole world know what time it is, really, bro. Right? It's pretty evident what time we're coming into.
They're packing up now. It's time to go.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here, guys. Get the fuck out of here.
You start looking at the clock.
He said it. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Take it out.
That's all you can do. You know? Because deep down inside, they know who we are. Yeah. You know?
I had a dream like that too a while back. I just never told brothers. But basically, there was some type of commotion in America, and for some reason I was in the airport, and there was like thousands of people in the airport trying to flee America.
Yeah.
You know, so thousands
Yeah.
of people in the airport trying to flee America.
That's Bible prophecy.
Wow.
Bible prophecy. As this shit get bad, these nations gonna start fleeing, man. You gonna start seeing that kind of happened during the C9. You had fucking BMWs, brand new, going up for cheap, bro. They were selling their cars, selling their houses. They was leaving. That's gonna happen again, bro. They all gonna start leaving. They all gonna start fleeing, running back to their countries because they see it's getting bad here. They come here to make money, and once the money stops flowing, they leaving this motherfucker. You know, and then we gonna meet y'all over and get your ass in check.
You tell the one on the end in the blue, he wasn't feeling it. He was like,
And then I'm gonna feel it because it wasn't a good message. It's not good news for them. It's good news for us. So they probably, and deep down inside, they kind of was laughing. They thinking it was a joke. Oh, you guys are fucking crazy.
are they serious?
We gonna see. Because everything we told you gonna come to true. And when you find yourself over there hiding in your land, that was close. The fucking roof gonna come off. The fucking roof gonna come off and it's gonna be us. Hovering over your ass. Like for Spider-Man, when Spider-Man came and a Green Goblin hit fucking blew the building. And all you see was his eyes glowing. That's how you gonna be. You're gonna blow the fucking roof off and you're gonna see our eyes glowing. In the midst of all the fire and flame, you're gonna see this glowing eyes. And then they're gonna know that a prophet was among you. We were among the prophets. Those were the prophets. Yeah. So it don't matter. Scripture says, let not the incredulity trouble you. Who the fuck y'all believe it or not, bro? We don't care. You know, if you gotta see to believe it, you definitely don't see it. Right. And then they're gonna go tell that. Then they're gonna spread it. We see some black guys at the park, and those guys are saying they're gonna be the next real rulers.
Because who else is saying this?
Yeah, they're gonna spread that shit like a wildfire amongst people. They're gonna call their cousin in India. Sound like Kirk Carey, dog. You're gonna be telling them that we going to slavery to the blacks.
Hey, in the kingdom, they ain't gonna have that. Like,
Oh yeah.
they ain't gonna have that, man. You know, they're gonna be cleaned up, because if they do, they're gonna go sit judgment. There ain't gonna be no Indian streets in the kingdom, bro.
Yeah, none of this.
Motherfucker, squeezing the horns of the carpet, hell nah, bro.
Diggy scratching his nose and his ass and jigging his hand and turning food with his hand.
In the bucket.
That's why I asked him. I said, "Do y'all women over there?" He was like, "No, it's like sisters. You know, they say family." But I had to make sure it wasn't their wives. You know what I'm saying? But that's why they came up because they ain't their wives. They like sisters and shit, and they looking for a real man.
Yeah, because if it was their wives, they would have their face covered too.
Mm-hmm. I seen a woman like that the other day. I was riding home, and she had on the fucking whole shebang, bro. You couldn't see nothing. Yeah, you be seeing her? When we leave my job, we leaving the job. She be fucking, it be hot as hell, but she's wearing all black. She's full of, you can't see nothing. Like a ninja, bitch. She's like a ninja walking down the street. She like hiding and shit. She like covering her face. You know what I'm saying? But that's why they came over looking, because they're like, who the fuck that is? You know, and that's how all this is gonna be. All these nations gonna be wet over Jake, bro. Their women gonna be wet over Jake, and their men gonna be afraid of Jake. All right, right now it's funny they can laugh and shit. We fucking because we ain't have no power. Yeah. But we gonna be getting that power now.
So it's getting a little nervous too, though, man. All right. Yeah, like, oh damn. You know,
Oh, look at the time. And niggas like looking at his clock.
Hey, you seen that?
Look at the time.
First they come up and this seems cool. You guys, you know, nah, man. You know, you tell them the judgment. And that's open with their faces and their spirits start to change. You gotta go
That trouble good.
wicked flee from no man pursue. Alright? They had to get going because ultimately they seen that we wasn't all friendly and England, bro. We can come and go.
Yeah, because this message is not for all the nations. This ain't that Christian bullshit. This message ain't for all nations, man. And if you do hear it, you're gonna be hearing your judgment. And whether you like it or not, you're gonna hear it. We don't give a damn about your money, your damn feelings. He's telling you the truth. You're gonna hear the truth anyway. And the Lord had them come over here to hear the truth. They was over there listening the whole time, but the Lord had them come over here to get it up close and personal. And now they over there talking about it. They're gonna be talking about it for the rest of the month probably. And then, like I said, that's why I say when they call that, you gotta get on their ass. The Lord's sitting them right here for a reason. He got us out here for a reason. You remember when the Lord got you out here, bro? You ain't out here we just talking to these phones. Now we got the online ministry. Obviously, when people come up, get on their ass because they're gonna take that shit back to India or wherever the fuck they come from. Yeah, they're gonna take that shit back. Everybody be talking all night.
Yeah, I'm not saying though, man. In the kingdom, they don't have to follow our customs. Alright? So a lot of all that, what they got going on, from the change around to the way that the Lord has it in our customs and our customs, our laws and statutes.
Like we brought out earlier, Proverbs, right? Scripture said, when the righteous are restored, the people rejoice. So of course they're gonna have to go through that period of time with them being in captivity. But after that, they're gonna take on our ways, do the things that they know they have to do. Okay, get in order, and they're gonna be in subjection to under that, and they're gonna feel good for that. They're gonna be straight.
So what we asked them, who would you rather be in slavery to, the white man or us? And they was thinking about it. We'd rather just not be. You ain't got a choice, nigga. That wasn't an option.
You really gonna say the white man?
Yeah. That wasn't an option.
But ultimately, they're gonna feel a lot better being enslaved to us. All right, like the brother brought up, the righteous do, we can rejoice. All right, so ultimately, they're gonna rejoice. The righteous do, that's what they're going to be alive with. Esau even was killing us.
Hey, and the reason why they come to America because we built this bitch up, man. They don't come to America for the white man. They come here because we built it up. America wouldn't be what it is today if it wasn't for us, man.
Well, yeah,
Somebody found out. He said what?
I'm gonna tell you something. This is probably the first time you get recognized for it. You built up the nation.
And we ain't got shit to show for it. We ain't got shit to show for it, bro.
As you were saying, the birthright citizenship is considered. And then you went into talking about how we built the nation. It's the first time we got recognized for it.
And that's crazy. Out of all that time, that's the first time they said that you get recognized for that. And you've been slaving for it.
Hey, you know that game, God of War? Mm-hmm. The motherfucker Kratos is a J. Yeah.
Yeah, Kratos is a
voice. The voice of Kratos is a J. Well, Jake, if it wasn't for Jake, none of this shit would be what it is today, man.
Even before the ashes, he was a Jake.
Hey,
yeah.
What if
But before they put the ashes on him, when he was play the game, he was a Jake anyway. Yeah.
That's the spirit. Hey, man, even Egypt was a super, the superpower of the earth at that time. Why was it so great? Because we was there. That's why it was so great, because Jake was there, man. These nations, they come here because they want to reap the benefits of what Jake created. Yeah. But we be telling you that this ain't just for you to reap. This you're gonna have to put in some too.
When I go to the what nation has not gotten part of our story? They're really just here to devour all the nations. I was at work yesterday and my boss was telling me how business shut down, all by some Arabs. And as soon as their business shut down, they went back home. They went back across the street. Because they came here to make their money off the shit. They're going to take it back to the family.
Right.
They were told that the gold, all these different things. When you come over here, now you see, civil war, inflation, terror, the food prices rising up, So, the Lord's breaking down the pride of the city. Somebody can get that. Different pride for the city. Alright? Because America's also, prideful. Alright? And that pride, they had brought so many propagandas about America being, so the best country in the world. Right? You know, streets paved with gold and all these different things paint the dream for the other nations. And they come over here and they see it's not like that. Right?
This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 18 says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and the man shall be afraid.
Because of their pride, because of his pride in his country, all right? And even in front of Jake, man. All right, the cities are going to be destroyed, the Lord is going to destroy this thing. All right? And Esau have brought this place up high and bring it back down low. All right? And he did that through Jake. All right? Jake built up Esau's city. Jake built up this building. Jake is the salt of this earth and gave America the flavor that it has. That's not just that's for every captivity you can ask. We were the astonishment. We were the tourist attraction of that captivity. Motherfuckers come from Europe, from America, and see Michael Jordan.
Right.
You know?
Fucking Kim Jong-un's best friend is Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman, yeah. So they come, Jake is the astonishment of the world. Hopefully, you know, Jake is continuously, they see that, though. Jake continuously absorb, so they want to continue to have control over the affairs that Jake has. Alright? That's why you put niggas in the sport. You know, you put niggas in the industry to be able to rap and do all these different things so you can continue to influence. Not even just the people here in America, but you got the whole world influenced by it.
Yeah, that's why they pay those actors. They pay these, what do you call them, sport. In sport, they pay those guys. They play in these sports. That's why they pay them so much of a big, lump sum, because they got them in their goddamn palm of their hand. They can use them, control them as a puppet, man, just so that they can pretty much manipulate them to manipulate the rest of the mass of the world. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be destroyed. So I can read it again. 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and the man shall be afraid. So the man shall be afraid.
Yeah, man shall be afraid. So because of that pride, man, the Lord is going to destroy them. Scripture says, pride goes before destruction. Alright? So this place has been very prideful. Alright? There's a lot of wickedness being boasted about here in America. So the Lord is going to destroy their cities. Alright? Destroy the houses. Destroy hopefully destroy America. Alright? And man gonna be afraid. Alright? You know, Esau Edom is afraid of this. That's why, Scripture said, well, I have a short time. So they know they have a short time, they come down with great wrath. So they're afraid that the Lord's going to come back. And he's going to destroy it. The Lord's going to destroy it before they can begin to fulfill their wicked scheme. Alright?
This is Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteousness dealings and injuries and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Because of unrighteousness, alright? And the unrighteous dealing, the kingdom has to be translated into a righteous ruler, which is the Lord YAHAWASHI. Alright? The rightful man, the one that's supposed to truly rule in righteousness. Right? Because this place is only going to do it like wickedness. Alright? The brother just grabbed Jacob.
Oh, second is,
Because ultimately that kingdom has to be translated. The Lord has to bring it from one person to another because Esau was just for a season, man. This kingdom was for a season, man. Esau's rulership was just for a season. Now that season is starting to end. It's coming to an end. Alright, so ultimately the Lord's going to raise up this man. Alright, the Lord's going to have YAHAWASHI who will rule of the new kingdom to come. Alright?
Yeah, because when you think about every time you turn around, the scripture goes into like better is the end of the things than the beginning. You see? Then you have it where the scripture says the fashion of Israel shall pass away, and etc. etc. Wickedness here, okay, it's flourishing here, it's going to be booted up, man. It's going to be all destroyed. Okay? Everything.
Now we're coming to the end of this kingdom in this society of Esau Edom. Alright? That's why you see brothers rejoicing. That's why you see brothers on fire, bro. Alright, when you see the end of Esau's kingdom, you see everything that's starting, the tension being built up. All right. So we get to that climax of the movie, man. All right.
This is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Esau is the end of this world, man. All right. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau is going to be the end of this kingdom, his leadership. All right. And we see it. As time passes, as signs are being fulfilled, as the scriptures are starting to manifest on the book. All right. We're seeing that Esau's end time is a lot closer than he even expected. All right. Go ahead.
That was it.
Go ahead.
You want to go some?
Okay.
I was about to say go to 7, yeah. 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 7 says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
How are we going to know when the kingdom is going to be translated? What shall be that parting asunder? All right?
Says, And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Jacob's hand held first the hand of Esau, man. All right? Jacob's hand was on Esau's heel, and that's for a reason, bro. All right? Lord, that's spiritual right there, bro. Because it's showing that Jacob is going to take the leadership right after Esau, man. All right? So Esau's having this fun right now. Esau's ruling right now. All right? He's in his kingdom, and he's rejoicing in his kingdom. But now he's starting to get anxious. All right? Now he's starting to feel that the end of his rulership is starting to end. All right? So the end of this thing, all right, the end of this rulership is a nightmare for him. It's building for it. We're waiting for it. It's hope. All right, it comes faster. It comes sooner. All right? But Esau's trying to delay it, but the Lord is forcing Esau's hand. It's great, man. We don't have 10 years, 20 years. It can be a year, it can be 2 years. We don't know, but we know it's hope. That should give us the spirit of pushing the harder, fighting the harder. To have a smile on your face, even in your day-to-day life, don't let this little bullshit hell to catch it, bring you down, man. Your mind should be on the kingdom and the things to come, and that should override all the bullshit you deal with. Somebody get Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3, I believe verse 2. One that says, I hope it's immortality. Like the brother was saying, bro, ultimately, we continue to have faith in the Lord YAHAWASHI outside because we see these signs and prophecies that the Lord has prophesied unto us. So, all right, it's starting to be fulfilled, man. All right? Who is here? Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 4. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is the hope of their immortality. So though we be punished in front of the sight of men, all right, that's why when these heathens came up here and we told them we was going to be ruling, they're looking at us like, these niggas crazy, man. All right? Because just look at us. Look how we came up. All right? We went from slavery, went from captivity after captivity after captivity. All right? I don't believe it. We sitting out here in the hot sun and in the midst of the field of the dirt, right? Telling them that we're going to be ruling, man.
Hey, that's what the scripture said on 22, where it said, we fools who counted their lives as magic. You see? So they'll be foolish to not. They'll be foolish to not take heed. You understanding that they'll continue being established. You ain't doing shit with your life, nigga. You ain't doing shit with your life. Get a job.
They always say, go get a job. Go get a bag. They think we just bum. You don't get a bag, dude. Ultimately, man, they don't know. That's why they're going to be ultimately confounded. All right, once they see those men being put risen up into the
Strangeness of it.
I was thinking about yesterday, my court was talking about how they own all these businesses and business when the dirt business went back home. And I was thinking, like, man, all these niggas really come over here to get business. And where are we in that equation? Where is Jacob in the equation? We the workers. We the workers that supporting their businesses. The 7-Elevens, the gas stations, they get paid the minimum wage. Niggas own that, man. every time you go to 7-Eleven, you might see, one of the, Israelites working in there, but you don't see mainly Jake, bro. They're trying to get in there working those gas stations, but Israelites, they're the ones that own that gas station. They come in there and checking in on you. Yeah, checking in on you, see what's going on with you and everything. That's how it was at my old job that I was working. I had an Israelite who was a manager. He was telling me how he sold his gas station, all right, and he got a Porsche and all these different all these different cars he comes up there with, and he just said he's just doing it because he want to work so he don't be bored at home. So these niggas working so they don't got to be bored, but we working to survive.
They got that Dubai money.
Yeah, bro,
Just chilling.
Yeah, they just chilling, bro. Like, this is just something so they can pass time along, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And we trying to go, have vacations and all these different things, but this is not our rest. We got a vacation. You got a vacation. Some shit happens to us. You got to pay your vacation money. Shit, if you even have vacation money to put aside, exactly. Not only that, he's a manager. So he's still getting paid more on us, and he's just doing it for fun. He's just doing it to pass about time.
Fucking with you and you.
Yeah, bro,
He's trying to fire you and shit.
They're playing life on you. Cutting your hours that you can afford not to work.
Hey man, look, you go to work, you get signed on to the job, and you get ready for the position. After you pass the 90 days, they only give you 3 days off. Paid time off, man. Out of 365 days, take 3 days off from that 365 days according to Esau calendar. 3 days. Out of that time, they expect you to be in there slaving and working. While you got people out here riding boats out here, riding boats, and they private boats living their life. We right now slaving, man.
The places, bro. Alright, and even when you have like time off, you give it to the Lord because you're trying to get out of here, man.
Yeah.
You're trying to get out of here, man.
Yeah.
So we go out here, we serve the Lord YAHAWASHI on side, hoping and praying that the Lord save us from this captivity. Save us from this thing, man. I gotta preach that. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 4, selected verse 5. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. That's we've been chastised. This is really little, man. Alright? The Lord's going to greatly reward his men. Alright? So that's why our hopes are on immortality. Our hopes is on salvation. Our hopes is on those spiritual powers and ruling again, man. Alright? Because you understand the affliction, you understand the suffering that you have to go through in order to be those rulers. Alright? To reign. It says, they shall be greatly rewarded, for the Most High proved and found them worthy for himself. The Lord proved us. The Lord proved us now. Finding us worthy for himself. The Lord put us through these different times and afflictions of hell. We seeing this, bro. We like, yeah, I'm like, we really fucking, man. Alright? You got heathens over here, getting jobs just because they want to pass by time. Nigga already retired.
And inherit his parents' money.
Like Trump. He passing his gas station on to his son passing his gas station.
Generational wealth.
Generational wealth. We got generational curse.
Yeah.
Small loan of $1 that's it. That's like $100 to them. You getting paid $50,000 a year. Job. You know how long it would take you to get $1 billion? Yeah. That's if you save every penny. Yes, brother. Yeah. 20 years for $1 million. His parents gave him a small loan of $1 million. These devils always have it like that, bro. That's the part of that. Small loan, billion. All we do is remind us that we are in the ones that
Peace up. Gotta put on ourselves. This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. Okay, because ultimately, out of this, it's salvation to come. It says, and that knowing the time that now is the high time to awake out of sleep, for now it's our salvation nearer than we believe.
This is a high time to awake out of that slumber, out of that sleep. That's why we try to go out here in the morning, Jay, because we know it. We see it. Alright? So ultimately, our salvation is nearer than we believe. And we even understand it. Alright? So ultimately, that's why we try to tell them, hey, bro, but wake lastly, you know, the scripture says, 2 Peter 3 verse 10, I believe it's the 9th verse, it said, what manner of person ought we to be? Knowing that nukes about to drop, knowing that, you know, the Lord is going to come and save this man, what manner of person ought we to be? Go ahead, Judge.
Yeah, if I can add, bringing that back, Romans 13:11, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. And you see the signs, okay, according to prophecy. You see the chariots every time brothers go out their house. Nighttime, you see a chariot flying by your house. If not, you might see every once in a while. Okay, we've seen all these things following along the lines of towards salvation, man. That's coming near and near every day that we pray for this place to be destroyed, man. See, we were waiting. We were constantly waiting. The scripture says, Habakkuk 2 and 3, you know, wait patiently. Okay, that wait patiently, got to paraphrase it. All right, because a part of that, we know that it's a very, very good chance our brothers that will be the elect, but that brothers could be beamed up throughout all the works that are being put towards the YAHAWASHI. Okay, and through that, seeing the destruction of this place, that's going to be a beautiful expected end, man. See, but you got our people who are completely still in a slumber state that don't want to see that. They don't want to see the fruition of these things being put in play, man, or being accomplished.
Their minds can't go past this captivity that they're in, because Esau has destroyed our people so much. They can't see a kingdom beyond this, all right? They can't see a life of immortality, all right? You finish on that?
Book of 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Seeing that all these things ought to be dissolved, that everything here is temporary as we're looking at the trees, or all this is going to be melted up, right, with nukes, man. Knowing that you don't want to be melted up with it, man. So what manner of person are you out to be in, man? What type of spirit are you out to be? All right, understanding that, you know, there's going to be a new heaven and a new earth, and you want to be a part of that member that, you know, that serves the Lord, YAHAWASHI, man. All right? That's where our belief is on. So believing that with your faith, you're putting the works in. All right? You serve the Lord, YAHAWASHI, to the best of your ability. You're studying, you're doing your works, man. All right? You understand that if we do it, if we don't do it, all right, there's a high chance that you will be a part of those roots. All right? That you will be dissolved here with Esau's kingdom. All right? You're part of that destruction. That's what you're doing some regular too.
Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of YAHAWASHI, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved.
Looking for and hastening to that day of the Lord when he comes back, man. All right? Watching, being a watchman, being circumspect, seeing the things that will come, reading scriptures, and understanding the concepts about what to do. All right? Being on that watchtower, you know that day is soon to come.
That goes out. Hey.
You know, when that day does come, you want to be able to, you know, be saved from that. Okay? You got, it says something about this.
It says, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
So the fire, you know, I heard about it.
It says, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
That will all be melted with fervent heat. Alright? So considering that, we understand that only way to be saved from that fervent heat is by serving the Lord YAHAWASHI. Alright? Continue along in the path of the Lord. Go and send. Alright? So we want, that's why brothers is out here, you know, I hope. Alright, even though, you know, we're being chastised, even though we're suffering. Alright, I hope it's still on immortality. I hope it's still on being saved. Alright? Scripture says he that endured until the end, the saints like the saved. So we want to endure all the way to the end of this thing. Alright? We want to endure all the way until, you know, those nukes drop, man. Alright? We believing upon the Lord YAHAWASHI. Alright?
Looking for, like it says, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
This one
So according to God's promise, we look for a new heaven and a new earth.
the percentage don't ever go up on the phone with that charge.
Alright, wherein, the Lord is righteousness. As well as, we continuously complain, the scriptures even say that. And when the soul is righteous, we will continuously complain upon unto the Lord, man. Alright, vexed. Alright, with the wickedness of this place. Vexed with, the hell that we gotta receive, man. Vexed with seeing these leaders on top triumph while we continue to suffer, alright, to make, quota for the month to be able to pay the bills out. You know? Well, barely getting by, but the Lord is allowing us to get by. Alright, and that's a part of the truth. That's a part of the understanding. That's a part of the person, man. Alright, is that we have to suffer that. Alright, but Jake, people are taking it up, they don't realize that. They don't see that. Alright, so they don't see anything to run from. They don't see anything to be saved from, man. Alright? So Jake ain't looking for the new heaven. Jake ain't looking for a new earth and the kingdom because, like I said earlier, Jake line can't go past this kingdom that we're in right now. Alright? And our prayers to the Lord is like a newborn baby subscribe to his ears, man. We don't answer it.
Yeah, like you got a newborn baby and a baby crying and this a distinctive cry. Jake could get up and be fucking ready to kill somebody about that kid, boy. So how much the Lord? You know?
Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless.
Alright, so be diligent. Alright, so that we may be found, of him without what?
Without spot.
Without spot and blameless, man. Alright, so we serve the Lord to the best of our abilities, so the Lord is worthy and fit enough to be saved from this captivity, to be saved from the new. Alright? We understand what's to come, so we have that fear of the Lord, you have God's Son, and hope in the Lord, alright? And he's going to save those who are diligent. Which says, make that call and election sure. Whether God knows what, you know?
The second Ezra chapter 15, verse 8, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely committed or commits, like it, neither will I suffer them in those things.
The Lord is not holding his tongue anymore concerning the wickedness of this place, man. Alright? The wickedness that they have committed. Alright? Not only, just the wickedness of this kingdom, but the wickedness that you have committed to the Lord's elect, the Lord's chosen, man. Alright? Brothers being vexed, brothers, sending curses upon this place, but we can tired of this shit, bro. Alright? Alright?
In which they wickedly exercise themselves, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crying unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Yep, so the innocent and the righteous blood complain continuously. Stop praying, sending curses upon his face, asking for the Lord to speed the time up even faster than it's already going now. Alright? For our sake, man. Alright, because we're trying this place. And they were vexed. Just like the scripture says, Lot was vexed with their filthy conversation. Same thing over again, bro. Brothers are vexed. Brothers are, going through so much hell and suffering. And have to witness, niggas be wicked as hell, mocking, scoffing. Alright, not only that, you got Esau, Edom continuously tormenting you, continuously putting you more suffering, more hell. You see your damn boss coming in with a new truck every week, and you getting paid bare minimum. That's hell, bro. Brothers don't want to go through that, not until, you get old and die. Alright, or whenever, you leave this earth. I don't want to go through that, but that's suffering. Alright? And we realize that, alright, through the knowledge of the Lord, you have YAHAWASHI, that this ain't it, man. Alright?
Yeah, we barely, they would say, people would say, I'm barely living, we barely survived.
Like,
We barely survived it, man. It's only the case here in this situation is only going to get much worse, man. To a point where, hey, being pilgrims amongst the earth, man. We're going to have no set, dwelling place, no home, man. We're going to be constantly on the go because what? It's going to be so much chaos going throughout the earth, man, really which is going to be a relief for us to a certain degree, because we ain't going to have to be going through these things. We can fully and wholeheartedly be able to trust on YAHAWASHI outside to the best of our abilities in those situations, man, when it comes. While you have it right now, you got to get up, you got to go serve Esau, go do all this extra stuff, man. We're in a time where it's not waiting for this place to get to it, man. The instruction. Yeah, it's closed out.
Okay. So more willing with that, Rocky was edified. Praise and glory and honor to.
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH.
Again, that honor to the apostles of Millstone, teaching as well.